with the pen, I'm learning life. My thirst is divine, words inspire with perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ops to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, people. Big up everybody that's locked in. I can tell everyone's excited because we've already got over 100 of you, man, in here. Big up everybody. Let me know what you guys are saying down in the comment section below. I know there's only one topic on the tip of everybody's tongue right now, and that is Enzo Fernandez, bruv. And I don't want people to get too ahead of themselves, but I wouldn't blame people either because we look very, very close to securing this deal. And we look like we're trying to accelerate it as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're probably going to pay 100 million, but I don't give a shit. That profile of player is game-changing to Chelsea. And I think with the ceiling that the player has, with the level that the player is at already, it could be good times for us. Could be good times for us. Obviously, it all depends on what else we bring in as well. But that is an unbelievable step forward. We are making progress, people. That is a massive midfield game changer. In terms of Chelsea, not too sure, but we're going to delve into all the topics surrounding Fernandez. Not just talking about him, though. We're going to be talking about Jorginho, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. They look more likely to be leaving now, as opposed to N'Golo Kante, who we will be discussing as well, because he looks like he might be re-signing. And obviously, I have my reservations about it, but I also have my positives about it as well. It all just depends on the terms for me. But we're going to delve into all of that. If there's any other transfer news, we'll have a talk about that as well. We might talk about the Forest game too. Or I might save that for tomorrow's stream. But tomorrow's stream is going to be an early one if I go live. If I go live, I'm going live at around 12 or 1. And I'm only doing an hour or so because, man, it's out. It's New Year's Eve. Big up everybody that's in here, though. Like, subscribe. We got nearly 200 of you, man, in here. We are climbing up the algorithm with force. So everyone hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are still crawling on the road to 300. No, not 300k. I fucking wish. 30k. 30k. We need to settle ourselves down a little bit. But yeah. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out Jerseys FC down in the description below for all your best, affordable, high-quality football kits, club and country as well. They're all in the description below. Check out Flawless's tune as well. We're going to be running that probably till New Year's. So, yeah, tomorrow's stream might be the last one you see us promoting it. So, everyone head over there, listen to the track, give him some love, and, yeah, big up everybody. Big up. What is everybody saying? Everyone's just talking about Fernandez. Not surprised. And I don't blame you lot either. Chelsea have representatives in Benfica. Fee is being negotiated around 105 million base, 20 mil performance-related add-ons. Apparently, there's already been a verbal agreement, but I don't know how legit that source is. So I'm not going to say it's happened or anything, but things look close. Things look very close. Ilias, my friend, we are debt-free, so we don't have to make up any money. So it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. I'm so gassed. Enzo is exactly what we need, but we still need more. Yeah, we do need to be a little bit more level-headed with it, but it's an amazing step forward. It's a ball winner with an unreal passing range, and that suits so many boxes that we haven't ticked in our midfield. We always have players who have like one of those attributes, but no one who's that well-rounded. Enzo is that well-rounded midfielder that we have been lacking. Someone who's good on the ball, someone who can win the ball back, someone who can dictate the tempo of play, and who can consistently make chances from midfield too. That is exactly what we've been lacking. So yeah, exciting times if we get him through, but we should be getting him through. Look how far we've come from Anthony Gordon to Enzo Fernandez. We were in the fucking trenches in the summer, bruv. We went from not bringing a midfielder to finally prioritizing on the midfield. Big up to Todd Boehly. Big up to Christopher Vivell as well, because he's the one who turned everyone away. Well, who turned Chelsea away from putting our focus towards the likes of Declan Rice and putting it on Enzo. And I'm still fine if we get Declan Rice too. I don't mind that. I really don't. But Enzo is the priority. He is the number one priority for us. What else is everyone saying? Big up Dyke. Shit, I still need to send you your kit. I'm going to do that today. And I'll send you the picture of the package and everything. My bad. I haven't got through to it yet. But I'm going to send that through to you today. Big up yourself, bro. I'm so nervous. We can't afford him to flop. Here's the thing. Lukaku, it was done with no scouting. And it wasn't done without the manager's say-so. Lukaku was a 100% board signing. We're in a new regime. We have better scouts. We're being smarter with our signings. With that gives me a lot more confidence into understanding what Enzo Fernandez would bring for us. Plus, you look at the profile of the midfielder, it is exactly what we're lacking anyway. So I'm not that worried about him flopping. Maybe he might have a slow start, maybe. But correct me if I'm wrong, players from the Portuguese league usually translate well to the Premier League. So I don't know. Maybe it won't be as bad as people make it out to be. Big up Jordan, big up Fraser, CFC Czar, Jacob Alexander. Everyone's celebrating Enzo Fernandez. Let's go. I feel like this is the most positive we have been on this channel in about 6 months. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What else? Not getting excited until we get here we go. Fair enough. I think it's good you can be excited by this point. I could understand it. But if a little bit wary, I understand it too. Fucking hell, we're a bit far behind. Let me go. Super chat. We got a little super chat in here. Let me scroll up to that. And yeah, Cenac says, "Sup, Lewis, long time. Big up yourself, my friend. Hope you're good. The potential of Enzo, Rice and Casiado and Mount in midfield will be insane. Big boy 2000s Chelsea may be back." Yeah, maybe. Do need to see how Mount performs towards the end of the season before I put him into that dream midfield. But I see the vision, bro. I see the vision. What else we got? Yeah, apparently they're looking for a replacement already. Again, another step in the right direction. Badiashile is also a here we go. Chelsea want a winger too. A winger in January. We're really moving fast if we bring a winger in January too. But before we do that, I want a right back. Because we need to sort out that depth for Reece James first. But we could be getting that as well. Maybe we're actually getting a midfielder, a centre-back, a winger, and a right-back in 1 month. And if we do that, fair play to Todd Boehly. Fair play to the new infrastructure that he's brought in because they're doing their job and they're doing it fast. If they get all of that in, and maybe a goalkeeper, maybe top 4 isn't as uncatchable as I was saying it was. Maybe not. If we get all of that in. And obviously if they mesh well together and they hit the ground running and all of that, maybe it wouldn't be so shocking to say we could have a push for top 4. Maybe. But I'm only saying maybe. It's still too early to predict with that. But if you bring in about 4 or 5 new players into the team, it's a different squad. It's not the same team that we went into the season with. So maybe that would be enough to give us a late push for top 4. Maybe it wouldn't, but regardless, it would be steps in the right direction. Liao and I don't think that would happen. I think that would be fucking ridiculous if we did that. If we go for a winger, it probably would have to be somebody else. Maybe it's Felix on loan. Because we saw the reports a few days ago saying they wanted to play Felix on the wing and Havertz in the middle. And I still don't like that, but that might be the option that we're going for. But also, with the way that we're moving, if that's what they want to do, I'm willing to see how it performs before I make a final judgment. But I'm not really warming to that either. I think Felix should be competing with Havertz. I don't think he should be playing next to Havertz. But we'll see what happens. Chelsea overspending as usual. Boo-hoo, bro. I don't care. We went from Roman to Roman on steroids. I don't give a shit, man. I don't care. Everyone said we're in the mud. We were going to be broke. We ain't got Romans rubles anymore. We got Todd Bowley and he's clueless and all of that. Bro, he has the same mentality. He just moves smarter with the transfers. So I don't care, man. Keep spending. Keep spending. I don't give a shit. Big up Harry. Big up Francis. Big up SU. Big up Jacob. Henrik. Declared. Tajon. Big up everybody. Hit the like button. We got to be getting 100 likes in today's video. We have to be. We're only on 67. That stinks, guys. We're meant to be a new Chelsea. Stop with this old Chelsea conversion rate. Hit the likes. It pushes the video up, helps me out, and yeah, lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. So hit the like button. Major General says Jorginho new contract. I don't know if that's happening, brother. I don't know if that's happening. But it might be N'Golo Kante getting the contract. We'll come to that in a little sec. Need to scroll up. I'm nearly 10 minutes behind on the comments again. This is what happens when I get too gassed. I just lose my track. Yeah, get the likes up, everybody. Get the likes up. Carefree Lewis G doing a Mason. Yeah. That was a little bit mad. Man said that was a Mason Mount. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, Felix Johnson. He's the one who said that we already have a verbal agreement, but other sources are saying different. They're saying we're still in negotiations. So I don't know whether to believe that or not, but I still believe we're on the right track. So it doesn't matter too much. But I don't think that that's happened just yet. Chelsea in conversation with Jorginho. What? Is that new? Can't be. From what I just read that he could be leaving with Loftus-Cheek. Oh, we got Thiago Silva. I think Chelsea will hold some more conversations with Thiago Silva in the next few weeks. The club love how he is playing and the impact that he has on the dressing. Well, that 1-year extension should just be given to him by default. So I'm not too shocked by that. Oh shit, Chelsea are in conversation with Jorginho over a new contract. Mad. So we could be keeping him and Kante. Very interesting. Again, depends on the terms that they're both having. But yeah, I weren't ready for that one. Right, so Jorginho, we are hearing completely different things about Jorginho by the hour. I heard literally an hour ago that he could be leaving with Ruben. Now they're in conversations over a new contract. I think we're just going to keep hearing different things as the day goes on, as the season goes on. Whatever happens, happens. I've said I don't mind him staying as experience. He can't be starting for us from next season, but I think he'd be a good option for us off the bench. If you want to give him a pay rise, shouldn't be anything more than 20, 30k. Nothing more than that. And even then, like, I wouldn't blame them if they didn't want to do it. Lewis, do you think Declan Rice's heart will be broken seeing Chelsea fans are more excited by Enzo? Couldn't care less, brother. I'll be real with you. Couldn't care less. We could go for him with Enzo, but doesn't really mean much to me. Doesn't really mean much. Enzo and Kante. Not really. Like, maybe. I feel like he'd be better with a Kovacic, if we're being honest. Nah, maybe not Kovacic. Enzo would be better with someone who sits deep and allows him to roam a bit forward. You might use Enzo in the Kante role, if we're being honest. What else is everybody saying? It's a horrific move for Enzo. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. I don't care, brother. Lewis, you got to do a Colwell watch against Arsenal. When's that? Is that New Year's Eve? Because if it is, I ain't here. But, yeah. Maybe. I might start doing rival watch videos. I might start doing it. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Probably won't start tonight with Liverpool-Leicester, but I think it might be a good shout. Might be good content. Maybe. Bro, imagine. Don't even speak that into existence, Frosted Myth. Don't even speak that into existence. I've been burnt enough by those bastards. And we don't need that. We don't need that. My sources say Enzo isn't the only player from... Who else would we be going for? Let me know. Let me know. Thanks. Yeah, every time, bruv. Every time. You won the lottery, you win the shirt. It's cool. My bad. I should have sent it earlier because you would have had it already. But I'm going to send it later today. and I'll send you footage and everything. Aren't you going to keep that? What? Fofana. Depends on training. He'll either be a number 3 option for us or he'll be sent on loan. One or the other. He's someone for the future anyway. What articles have we read on Enzo Fernandez? Because there's a lot. There is a lot. Verbal agreement for Enzo Fernandez from Felix Johnson. Fabrizio is saying Chelsea and Benfica are negotiating as we speak, so I don't really believe that too much. Is there anything else on him? Enzo Fernandez would love to join Chelsea. We still have our pool, people. We still have our pool. Christopher Vivell, the new technical director, is leading the negotiations for Enzo Fernandez. Big up Vivell. Benfica president is saying release clause or nothing, which is something that we already knew anyway. And Chelsea want to offer a huge fee, so they are probably going to pay that release clause, or they might pay a little bit more just to confirm the transfer. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. Have we hit 100 likes, though? Have we hit 100 likes? Yes, we have. Big up. Now I want 200. Keep hitting the like button, people. Keep hitting the likes. What else is everyone saying? I need to scroll through these comments. Bear Felix Johnson slander. He's cool, man. He's cool. Keeping Kante. And yeah, we might keep both. We could keep both. And both as depth is fine. My only issue with Kante was the contract length and the wages that he would be on. Apparently, the contract length is still an issue between Chelsea and N'Golo, which makes it sound like Kante's still asking for 3+1, which I wouldn't give because I just don't trust his body like that. 1 year or 2 years, I'm fine with. I might even be able to stomach the high wages for that, but I don't think he should be on those wages when we can't trust his body. Simple as. I know people are going to disagree with it. I know I'm going to have Hella and Golo stands in my comments crying about it, and we're going to take a bit of a turn from the positive stance that we've had, but I don't think it would be the right move for us on those wages, because we gave those wages to him because he played literally every game for a full 90. He can't do that anymore. He should be taking a pay cut. If he wants to take that, fine, keep him. I don't care. He would be good depth for us. If he wants 250k plus as a player who is barely available throughout the season and who I do think is on a decline, I do think he's on a decline, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I said, Johnny said, coming from an 18-year-old wannabe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's that. No, I think Chelsea are trying to keep both from what I'm seeing. It all just depends on the terms because they can't have a complete agreement on either of them. I think Jorginho is a wage issue. Kante is a length and potentially a wage issue, but I can't guarantee that. And yeah, it all just depends on how the negotiations continue to go. Lewis, but think if Jorginho signs a new deal, it also could mean he could be sold. Could be the same for either of them. And if that's what the idea is, sign Jorginho and sell him for more money, that's very good. That's good business for both of them. Very selfless from Jorginho as well, because he's giving up a lot of leverage in negotiations to make sure the club gets more money, if that's the case. So, if that's the case, good. Says a lot about the club, says a lot about Jorginho. Man said Rice is our boy. Rice is proper Chelsea. Well, stay at West Ham until we come in for you with an amount that they accept, I guess, if that's the case. Yeah, I did see this as well, Henrik. Thanks for bringing it up again, though. Yeah, it's not surprising. Not too surprising. Still would be good for the dressing room. Again, we are lowering the average age of our squad, so we need experience. And Thiago Silva would bring that. So I'm fine with that. You ain't getting... Yeah, I don't think we're getting Jude Bellingham anyway. I didn't think that would be happening. Okay, you guys want to see it? Okay, cool. I might start doing that a bit more then. You can't pay the release clause because of tax, Lewis. Really? That's the first I've heard of it. If you pay the release clause, it will cost Chelsea around 150 to 160 mil. Maybe they're trying to work out a payment plan or something, because it does sound like we're in a good stance in negotiations. If that was a stumbling block, it would have already been there and we would have already known about it. Not scared of Enzo. We have Hoy. You're funny, bruv. You're funny, bruv. 120 mil is crazy. I'm expecting Alonso level performances immediately. I would hope so as well. I'd give him time to adjust, but yeah, for 120 mil, you would want to see results very quickly. I do agree with you on that. But if he does slow down a little bit initially, still going to give him a bit of patience. Still going to give him a bit of patience. Jorginho should want to leave. If he wants more game time, yes. If that's not the case, then stay. I'm fine with you staying. I'm scared, Lewis, all up. Yeah, but you're thinking too much about the old regime and the way they went about transfers. This is completely different. This is completely different. We're not just buying players without barely scouting them or asking for the manager's approval on them or anything like that. We're actually deep scouting players now. Enzo has been benched for tonight's game. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's a new Fabrizio. Oh, Fabrizio. Was he the one who tweeted that? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. He might have poured water on the fire. Let's hope not. What's he said? Oh, no. Fabrizio said Enzo's being benched. Enzo would be on the bench also due to physical condition after the World Cup. Okay, so it doesn't really have much to do with Chelsea. Chelsea is still trying to offer Benfica a different way on payment terms. That's probably because of the tax that they mentioned as well. All right, cool. Maybe Chelsea have to think outside the box on that. What everybody's saying? Kante getting a new deal, hold that. Why are we saying it like it's a bad thing for me? I have my reservations over it. Also, Carlton Banks is not an insult. Why do people always think Carlton Banks? I know I look like Carlton Banks. If I had the porn stash that I had when I was a teenager, I would literally be a stunt double. So I don't get why people always say that like it's an insult. Hold that, you Ethiopian Carlton Banks. Yeah. All right, cool, bruv. All right, cool. Keep hitting the like button, people, though. Keep hitting the like button. Jorginho has to go. He is too political in the dressing room. Build on that. What do you mean by political? I don't understand what you mean by that. Yeah, Carlton Banks is sick, bruv. That's a great name. That's a great name. Anything else? I don't think there is. Right, what else do we have to go through? We've spoken about Jorginho. Apparently we're still talking about a new contract, but Simon Phillips and Rob Journalism said Chelsea will listen to offers for Jorginho and Ruben in January. I don't know why we'd get offers for Jorginho unless it was from an English club, like Newcastle, potentially. Ruben makes sense, though, because he's still got over a year left on his deal. And I understand that. He's on 150k a week, and he's just not good enough to be on those wages. So it is what it is. I think he's a good squad player, but he shouldn't be on those wages if you're a squad player. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't mind if he stays, though. He never really makes too much of a fuss. He's happy with his position. So if he stays, it's fine. But if he leaves, if Chelsea push to sell him, I get it too. I get it too. All you need is a cardigan around your neck and a polo and your Carlton bags. Maybe that'll be a Halloween costume or something. I just should have done that last year. I didn't even go out for Halloween. Next Halloween, yeah, that'll be my thing. I'll do Carlton Banks. Yeah, Carlton was fucking hilarious back in the day, man. I haven't watched Fresh Prince in years. All this talk is making me want to binge watch it later. Could go for McAllister, maybe. I've heard we're more likely to go for Caicedo from Brighton than go for McAllister. But we'll see. Lewis, please stop bashing the old regime. Abramovich worked transfers based on data too. Yeah, but they also went for flavour of the month type transfers like Havertz and Lukaku that the managers specifically said they didn't push for. That is the big issue. Like, everyone that we're going for would have had the manager's approval. So that's why it is different. You're saying he'd never pay 120 mil for Enzo. He paid 100 for Lukaku. And we literally had Lukaku a decade ago. We had Lukaku to replace Drogba, and then we replaced Lukaku with Drogba in the same regime. Come on, like there was positives to it, but there was negatives to it as well. Still got mad love for Roman and everything like that, but there was holes in there. Let's call it what it is. We just didn't care because we were still stat padding trophies. And that was fine. No one would care too much when you're winning, innit? If you're buying Enzo, you sell Jorginho ASAP in January. But you're not going to sell him to anybody. He's got 6 months left on his deal. You're only going to sell him if it's to an English club. If anybody goes for money, it would be Ruben. Because he hasn't got 6 months left on his deal. Kante, Jorginho, they can negotiate new contracts from January with anybody outside England. So who outside England is going to pay that money when they could just get him for free 6 months later? None of them. None of them will do that. So if anybody would leave, it would probably be Ruben. Or Kovacic, but Kovacic is just straight unlikely. We're not selling Kovacic, not in January. But that would make more sense because you could actually sell him. You can't sell Jorginho or Kante unless they stay in England. And even then, you're doing it for minimal price because it's 6 months left. New Pies tweet is worrying. What, is that the Jorginho news or what else? Fucking hell, all the transfer news is moving fast. Chelsea are considering a move for McAllister should the Enzo Fernandez deal fail. Okay, so he's our contingency plan. Fucking hell, everything's moving fast today. Yeesh. British Chris. Oh my god, British Chris Tucker. That's bad. I might have to scouse that one still. Hey, Daniel, respect Pies, man. Pies is cool. Pies is cool. Sage, you might need to refresh the stream, bro. We're on way more than that. But I appreciate you still pushing the likes, my friend. I do appreciate that. We've got 100 and something right now. I can't tell how much, but it's still not enough, guys. So keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. Why don't Bowley buy Brighton as his feeder club? I don't think you can own 2 Premier League clubs, bro. I don't think you can do that. Jorginho is the self-proclaimed leader in the dressing room, but his performance on the pitch does not inspire. He can't be Chelsea leader when he fails team and the moral suffers. I could copy and paste all of that for Azpilicueta. And I think Jorginho performs better. Jorginho is also very key to our build-up play, but let me not speak too much. Lewis, what about Mount new contracts? Yeah, I haven't heard nothing on that, bro. I ain't heard nothing on that. Oh, bro, Chelsea have the right to slander whatever you want. You are allowed your opinions. Half the chat slanders Jorginho and I'm meant to be a Jorginho stan. I don't care. Say what you want. You're entitled to your opinions. I only don't like opinion police. Or people who try to beat you down because of an opinion you have. Or you criticize this player and he's had a good game. You're in the mud. That I'll block you for because I can't be asked for that shit. You're assuming we're going to ask for a large fee. Napoli. No, they wouldn't, though, because Napoli could sign him on a pre-contract agreement and get him for free in 6 months. So why would they waste 10 million, bro? They're not going to do that. It would be stupid business. You would have to re-sign Jorginho first. Why would Napoli spend 10 million on a player they could get for free in 6 months? Why would they do that? It makes no sense to them or any other club outside of England. So it doesn't matter the fee. Whatever fee you ask for, they could get less in 6 months. That's why it doesn't make sense, bro. Jorginho, because I actually agree with that. I don't want Jorginho to stop. I wouldn't mind him being a sub option for us. I think he could produce a good role for us there. It's not true that... No, apparently it is, but it depends on the Enzo deal. Yeah, to be honest, that's the one thing you can praise him for. He's very vocal. Very vocal. And I do think he has a very good mentality too. He shuts out all the criticism and just focuses on himself. So I do think there's attributes he still brings to the squad. He just shouldn't be starting for us. Shouldn't be starting for us. I said, as he's not a lead like I just don't agree with that. I don't agree. Was there anything else? We've discussed Dominik Livakovic. That's the Zagreb goalkeeper, played for Croatia in the World Cup, but I haven't heard anything too much other than that. Right. Chelsea, Badiashile. Chelsea are close to completing their third 2023 signing after Fofana and Andre Santos. Deal at the final stages for Benoit Badiashile. All parties feel it will be done soon. Final bits now, and then the here we go expected. Badiashile wants Chelsea, and personal terms are already in place. So we are in a good position in the Badiashile front as well. Positive. Looks like we're going to be bringing the player in. We've already said, looks very good physically. In terms of his technical ability, he's a good passer, has good vision, but is also very capable of a big mistake in game. But I do think that can be coached out of his game too. So I wouldn't write him off just based off that. But I'm happy with the transfer. I think it's for a good fee. Still kind of low risk, high reward. But obviously 30 million is a bit more than like 20, for example. How many centre-backs do you want? Shit, not enough. We want more, bruv. We want more. I'm guessing we're looking to, because we're going to play in a back four, it would be Koulibaly and Fofana for the right-hand side, maybe with Silva. And on the left, would it be Badiashile and Fofana on the... I don't know. I don't know what the idea would be, but it's obviously another transfer for the future. Yeah, I think I've gone through everything. Let me send the link out to everybody. While I'm doing this, as always, hit the like button, all of that stuff. Big up everybody. And yeah, hit the likes. Oh shit, that's the wrong account. Can't be arsed. This laptop is gonna be the fucking death of me, bruv. Oh, Rodrigo wants a link too. All right, cool. Come. I think that's everybody. I think that is everybody. Didn't miss anyone, did I? Nope. All right, cool. Cool. All right. Yes,
Okay.
guy. What's everyone saying? What's everyone saying?
Chilling.
Not shooting you,
Yeah.
set up. You're on holiday.
Yeah, I'm on. We're off today for New Year's. So
Let's go, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. What are you saying about Enzo Fernandez, brother?
yeah, man. I hope they get it done. It's promising so far. Sounds like they're trying to make it happen. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have some good news. If he doesn't play today, I think that's. I wouldn't read too much into that. I think he just got back also from the World Cup, considering he was in a team that won the World Cup. But yeah, it sounds like they're going to do it. They're just trying to work out payment structures for the fee. You know, maybe they pay a little bit more to be able to break out the payments, or maybe they just pay the release clause in a lump sum. So I think that's where they're headed. It's a good sign. Needs to happen.
Big facts, big facts. Samuel says if we don't get Enzo, apparently it will be McAllister. We will go for, and for the summer, Declan Rice. I did see that. Declan Rice, I do think makes a lot more sense for the summer because it all depends on West Ham's stance, and they're also trying to push for a bidding war. But I'm not too worried about Rice because he should be just walking to Chelsea the way he's been moving the last 3 years. Sorry, Rodrigo.
Rice. We never, in the past, whenever we've been linked to Rice, he's never even got close to Chelsea negotiating with agent. Nothing has ever gone anywhere. So he's always been the Chelsea Twitter fans saying Chelsea are linked to Rice. There's never been anything as concrete as we've seen now with Enzo, we've seen with other signings in the past. So I think what's going to determine as well is if we keep both Kante and Jorginho, I don't think Chelsea will spend a lot of money like in midfield. I have a feeling that's the reason we're keeping them two guys and signing Enzo, so that we don't have to spend another £80 million on another midfielder, as at the same time keeping Kante and Jorginho and Kovacic. You know what I mean? So I think if them two guys renew before the end of this January window, I doubt we'll sign Rice in the summer. If they go, fair enough. I think we will sign him. If they don't,
so do you think?
Go on, Moya.
Do you guys think we were never in for him? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think we were never in as serious as people think. I think under Lampard, yes, Lampard wanted to sign him as a centre back, but people at the time they didn't fit. The reason why at the time they said he did improve. He wasn't seen as a centre back. Basically, he didn't improve. Is the reason why Chelsea actually sold him, because he was used to play as a centre back. No, I mean not sell him, released him from the academy because they didn't think he improved that much. Ever since Lampard, the link with Rice has, I think, it's just been Chelsea tweets and the Chelsea fans online linking him to us. I don't think it's ever been as concrete as the one we've seen now with Enzo or Nkunku or any of the big deals that we've gone for ever since.
But now we have new owners who move completely different. I still think they're going for Rice. I just don't think that the January is an option.
But I don't think there's anything.
Only time will tell.
Turn the volume down.
I don't even think Potter wants Rice. I don't think Rice is a Potter player. I'm being honestly. Has Potter ever managed a player like Rice before?
No.
Yes, no.
What? That's a weird question. Like,
Yeah,
what do you mean like Rice?
Braxton, look under over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rodrigo just dropped a lot there. There's a lot to unpack. So, yeah, I don't think the club, even with the most recent stuff about Angola, like, I don't think the club has shown that they're committed to any three of those midfielders for next season, Kovacic included. So I think you're going to see, if Enzo comes in, we're still going to be looking at other midfielders to come in with him. And I think
Is Enzo coming in?
I do
What's
agree
that?
with
Did I
what.
miss?
I do
So
agree
if he
with
comes
what,
in, which right now he appears to be the main target. So if he
I
comes
do agree
in,
with what Rodrigo said about Rice, though, in terms of the thing with Rice, and this has been the case apart from when Lampard was in charge. Everything about Rice is fan led. Like I
It wasn't
believe
the
that
fan;
there
it's
is.
actually
I
his
don't. I
father.
think the club
People forget that
absolutely
his
is
father
behind
was
this
his
guy.
agent.
One at a time.
The club have.
One
I
at a
think that the club
time.
have. I think the club have looked at him, but I believe that they are more interested in other players. I think there's a more of an interest in Enzo. I think there's more of an interest. Like I think there's more of an interest in Benacer than there is in Rice. Like this thing about Rice is always been a. There's been interest, or that we've looked at him, and it's never
think
gone
we're
further.
more for
It's
Lavia than
never ever
Rice,
gone
actually.
further. It's the same nonsense, and it's like Rodrigo said of like we've never gone this far with Rice that we've like any other player. None of this like that we're doing with Enzo. We've never gone this hard in with Rice ever.
Well,
The only time
well,
we
here's.
concrete,
I
the
mean,
only time we
I
ever
don't even know if we're
concretely
going
went
that
in
hard
for
with,
him,
with
tried to
Enzo.
get him, was under Lampard. That was the only time.
It
well,
wasn't the only time.
I think that. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
I don't people forget one thing. Who's Rice's agent?
I have no idea.
His father.
His dad.
His dad. The whole family is Chelsea fans. But he's
Yeah,
gonna spell that thing like reunion. He wants his son to play for Chelsea.
Yeah, you guys have to look at the situation.
That's
Go
not
ahead,
my point. My point is that the
No,
club
I'm saying this is
aren't
where
going
all the
for
heat
club.
coming from.
The
This is
the
all
situation that
speculation.
Rice is in from a contract standpoint at West Ham allows him to not really have any say in anything, right? So he can't really push for a move. He had 4 or 5 years on his deal. Like there's no pushing for that. I think Chelsea absolutely have been interested in signing him for several seasons and several windows. But when you call West Ham and they say it's 200 million, you just hang the phone up.
Yeah.
There's no negotiate. You don't negotiate with a guy. If a guy comes in and says, or if a guy comes in for a car and you say, how much is that car? It's 50,000. Well, if you've got 10,000 to spend, there's no negotiating there. You're not going to meet in the middle at 8,000 down from 50. Like there's no even room to negotiate when a team starts at that ridiculous of a number, right? But
so
now their power contractually with him is dwindling every season, right? So this summer, hey, there might be some wiggle room there for say 80, 90 million as opposed to 200 million that they were asking for.
Yeah, his contract is 2024. So
yeah, it's
on Transfer Market US, which is a pretty good website. It says his market valuation is 80 million, and it says his contract expires next June. So yeah, their amount.
They have
of power,
another year extra on him.
Okay,
they have an option.
Yeah. But what Josh is pointing out, which is accurate, is that whatever power they had before, it's dwindling, and every couple months you'll see a more passive comment from people like David Moyes, people like West Ham things. So before it was taking a hard line, and it's becoming more and more passive.
Well, that's common sense.
Control.
That's not super knowledge. That's common fucking sense.
Oh, I'm just contributing here.
But that's the question I was trying to pose to Rodrigo. Are we the ones who just aren't really in for Rice, or have we been in a position where we can't really afford to even?
Absolutely, it's absolutely.
I think it's look. If we have money to spend and we're that much into the Rice, I think the conversation would be started. I don't think it's January, but if we're spending 120 on whatever the guy name is, what's the difference between spending 120 on him or try to get this money to West Ham?
Alex,
do you think? Hold on,
about 80 million difference.
Hold on a second.
I think so much.
Hold on a second. If you will bring 120 to West Ham and say, "Look, now take it or leave it,"
they'll probably leave it.
I don't think they would.
I agree with Alex. If you went and slapped not even 120, if you went and slapped 100 mil right now for Rice, they're accepting it because of the position.
Exactly. So stop saying that we are that much in for it when we're not. If we are spending 120 on different
I'm trying to say, we're willing to go for a guy who's been at his club for 6 months. We're willing to slap his release clause down now because of the work that he's done over the last 6 months and the World Cup.
Did you say we're going to pay a little more than the release clause? Is that what you just said? Because I'm pretty
Nobody
sure I
said this
said that
All
yesterday.
reports, if you look at all the reports, we're slapping around 120 mil euros or whatever it is for Enzo around his release clause. We had the ability to do that for Rice, maybe slightly more in the summer. Never did it. We have the ability to do it now. We're not doing it. People need to realize this, like Rice thing, is, you know, he's an option we're looking at. He's not the top guy we're looking at. He's not the second guy we're looking at. He's an option we're looking at.
That's what this. If this is the Enzo, if this is Enzo rumor is true and we're going for him, then I don't see Rice as the priority, man. This is just
no. He's not. He never has been. Apart from under Lampard,
Scott, do you not rate Declan Rice?
It's fucking Twitter. It's his fans on
He's
Twitter.
another British guy midfielder, in my opinion.
Scott, I think Scott, that's a fair question, but you can ask also, maybe they're waiting on Rice because they don't value him as highly as they would Enzo. Second of all, they think they still have the edge on him when they wouldn't get the price down. They don't have to. If we don't go for Enzo right now, I don't think we're getting him in the summer. I think that's why you see the different level of priority with Enzo versus
it's
the
not
Rice.
about we're not going to get him.
And you know what you don't have to slap 200 million on the table for West Ham, because Rice wants to come to Chelsea. So it's like, I'm not going to give you 200 million if I can just take this guy on a free in 2 seasons. Like, you're going to have to negotiate with me because he will leave for us, no question about it. Like, Scott, do you not rate Declan Rice as a player?
No, I think he's good. My point in this, I think he's good. Okay.
Just before you go, because it's not just that as well. Most of the hints have not just been from Chelsea fans trying to push the transfer, but it's been from Declan Rice himself, literally mentioning Chelsea at every available opportunity and kind of fucking up West Ham's leverage as well.
Yeah.
Just wanted to add that. But Scott, go on, finish your point.
Not only that, his
he is not mine, and he's evidently not the club's first choice, and he never has been.
Yeah,
never
has been the club's first choice. This idea of he's coming to Chelsea has been pushed by his fans and by Lewis rightly said by Rice himself. Had Rice never in his career mentioned Chelsea, we're not talking about Rice as a potential option. It's because he works for us on a daily basis.
Hey,
this
Lewis,
is it.
Lewis,
I think
he may end up coming. I say he may end up coming. He may end up coming like to
just before I do that, Enzo.
Sorry,
Ollie says, is Enzo worth over 100 mil? When Benfica just bought him for 18 mil just in the summer, and he's played 21 games. Yes. I thought inflation was bad. From what I've heard, there's been interest with him from other clubs before he even went to Benfica. Obviously, there is World Cup tax attached to it, but the profile of player...
Yeah, Chelsea had the option to buy him last summer, actually.
Yeah, sounds about like a 90 million tax.
Imagine we don't need the midfielder.
We do.
I think this is...
And it's exactly crazy. And with Enzo as well, it's the exact type of profile
Imagine thinking that way.
Sorry,
like it's the exact type of profile we need as well. And yeah, and in terms of the 100 million, yes, he's worth it.
All right,
I
have a question for Scott. I have a question for everybody, and please elaborate if you want to. Do any of you seriously think that Chelsea cares about what the fans want? Are any of you under the assumption that
they never
fans drive transfers? They don't. Chelsea does not care what the fans want.
Nope.
Yeah, they never have.
A fan favorite.
I do think Chelsea. I do think they do that, but they do that with the homegrown players.
No, I'm talking about buying. I get you with the homegrown player stuff. I do, but I'm talking about buying. Like, dude, fans are not dictating what Todd Bowley's crew is. Well, Christian Pavel now is going to do. They don't listen to the fans. They don't.
Well,
we're not
extending the contract. Mount's contract. It's definitely. Fans is
well, I mean, they made a conscious choice to make him the face of the franchise. That's on them.
But
that's
one
ugly face, man.
But also, they're not pushing that. Like, they want to sign him to a new contract, but under their terms. It's not like a sign him to a new contract under any terms. Like, sign him no matter what. They want it on their terms. If it doesn't work on their terms, he's expendable.
Lewis, did you just change my thing to King Kai is whack? You asshole.
What are you talking about, man? That wasn't me. I thought that was you, bro. What were you talking about,
you
bro?
Asshole.
I didn't do anything. I thought it was a typo.
This hater.
Or maybe you changed your mind. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Thank God we're not going for that Alvarez.
It's a bit funny.
Thank God we're not.
By the way, you know what's funny?
I wouldn't rule that out.
I'm gonna address it the same thing. I'm gonna address on what's his name? Casual.
Casually FC.
On the Marshall channel, and I'll ask again. 20. How old is
21 years
21.
21. Is he a finished product? If he is the complete football player, is he?
You all right, dude?
Yeah, I'm asking if he a complete football player. Is he finished product? Is
No.
he done?
No, and the answer to that
Enzo?
question about is he worth 100 million? The answer to that is also no. But somebody will pay that, so I'd rather us
No,
pay that.
that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is been saying for 120 mil, he should be going and started from the game one. And I want to see where the fans are from now on.
The thing is, for me, again, from listening to people that have watched him more than I have, from watching him these past 6 months, and they're saying, yeah, he's worth 100 mil, that tells me a lot. When I've got people telling me, who I can promise you, bar the World Cup, have never watched him, I can promise you that, have never watched him, and they're saying he's not worth it, and then I've got people who have watched him consistently over the last 6 months of Benfica telling me, yeah, he's fucking worth it. Who am I going to listen to?
But Scott, your value doesn't 5x. Your value doesn't 5x in 6 months, Scott. It just doesn't. Is he a really good player who we need in our midfield? And I want to pay whatever it takes to get him. Absolutely, because somebody will pay that fee for him. I don't care. I'd rather it be us. But you don't 5x your value in 6 months. I'm sorry.
You do. Depending on the level you've been at, and he has been at one of the best midfielders in the world level.
Okay, but he better walk on water.
Is he? Would you say he's a generational midfielder?
Yes.
Hold on a second. That's what I'm actually asking, because we're paying again substantial amount of money for a prospect.
I don't think
you do,
Alex. I think he's better than that.
Yeah, he's past the prospect stage.
He is.
Okay, so you see, this is how Chelsea fans are gonna talk about what's the name? This player in a year. I just want to show you the one consistency that what happens. That age and fee does not match each other in establishment as a player. He is not finished.
I'm agreeing
product.
with you on that. I'm agreeing with you on that.
He is not finished product. But people gonna criticize him as a finished product based on his fee. So my thing is, don't look farther than what we did before. Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, especially Kai Havertz. Everybody keeps bringing his 75 million pounds fee. My question is because of Enzo, because this is how he gonna get the criticized if he doesn't get kicked. But does that mean that he's bad player? No. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree.
No, Scott. I want to see how much time Chelsea fans, because I remember you fucking bastards over here on my screen. I will remember which one of you said what. If he's not prospect, he's not. But you're gonna criticize him as a finished products. I promise you.
I think
you didn't hear from me, so you can't say that.
Yeah,
I think
I give everyone a season. So
It 100% depends on the level he performs at. The reason we get Kai is because he doesn't perform. Like if Kai was performing to a decent level, like if Kai was performing to his like 2 months of the year that he performs to the whole season, we're not criticizing. If he performs like he did in the game the other day, the whole season, or at least 2/3 of a season, we're not saying anything. We're keeping Stum and we're letting him develop. If Enzo performs to a good level, not even like to a best in the world level, if he performs to a good level across the season, no one's saying anything. Yeah, we get the rival fans like taking the piss and whatnot, but I couldn't care less. If he performs to a level I think he can perform at from the jump, I'm not saying anything. I don't think he's a finished article at all. If he comes in and he's literally the worst player in the team and he's hampering us, then yes, I'm going to say something. Because then that's not good.
But
like
that's my biggest question. How are we gonna criticize Chelsea fans?
That's Kai coming in and hampering the team, and it's like you're meant to be this guy that's helping us, and you're meant to be worth this 70 million.
We're gonna have to see it eventually.
Alex,
but I don't think he's going to come in and hamper the team.
Alex, I'll answer your question.
Is your phone is in the bathroom and you in different upstairs or something?
No.
That sounds clear.
If people criticize them, who cares? I don't put any stock into what fans say about our players. I have my own opinion, and that's the only opinion I care about. So you guys put way too much stock into what fans think, dude. Fans are so inconsequential. They are.
Well, and Alex, I'll say this: like, I don't even think Kai Havertz. I wouldn't even consider him a prospect either. They're both, to me, Havertz and Enzo are both professional players. They're not finished products either. They're not prospects and they're not finished products. They're professional players that you're hoping to develop into that finished article. Are the prices high? Absolutely. But when you're talking about a potential professional who could become elite, sometimes that's just the name of the game. You got to pay the piper. But
that's isn't it the rule? Isn't it the rule, Scott, Josh? Isn't it the rule that what fans going for? Like if it's not, for example, it's the same thing as excuse. Like it's the excuse what bothers me. The fans are given for some reason. You see, when I criticize Lukaku, I criticize because he's number one, he's a bum as a player. He always been. He never changed. Number two, what I expected him kicking starting because he's 28. He's finished, established product.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I also like to me, it's like what Scott said as far as. Like if Enzo comes in next year and he's good, say he's not like elite yet, like where he's dominating every game, but he's really good. I'll let him slide with that. If I can look at him and say, you know what, there's a player there, like he's going to be special. Yeah, he's shown us on the pitch this year, like okay, this guy's got it in him. Then I'm not going to criticize him for not being like a world beater his first season. I was going to say if you come in but look at like you're saying about Lukaku, and I'm sorry, Scott, for interrupting, but like he came in for a huge fee, established player, like you said, finished article, and he stunk it up. So you don't get to be just good. And he was our leading goal scorer last year, right? So you could say that was good, not great by any means, and that's the problem. Like for that money, if you're just good and you're already finished, it's
I have a question. It's not a long one. It's a very short one. How long have we been talking about money? I didn't know this was a financial channel.
The whole stream.
I really didn't. You know,
the market is in a crush. The market is in a
watch some market financials right now. It doesn't matter what we paid for the guy. We paid for the guy, and it looks like we paid more than his release clause, so we could break it up into payments and not have it all go out the door at one time.
Jared, that's how you skirt. That's how you skirt financial fair play. By the way,
there you go.
It will hurt who else we buy. It will hurt who else we buy. Like,
at the end of the day, we need him, and that's what's important. Like, obviously, we need him.
Somebody said a banned phrase.
Going back to the performances thing, because I saw someone mentioning like this player, and if you look at like, for example, with Anthony at United, he was like 90 to 100 mil, right? I don't think anyone on here is saying he's been world class, he's been like great or anything. He has been okay. He's improved their team. Because he's improved their team, like no United fan is talking about Anthony and the price they bought him for. Despite the fact he's not been world class, he's not lit the league up, he's just improved them as a team. So no one's talking, no United fans are talking about his price. No one.
I don't think any United actually think that we improved them, but
they're in fifth place.
We're actually happy that Martial is back because he's the best.
Yeah, but he's still improved them in terms of what they've done. Like, and because of that, he's not getting spoken about, and that's the same thing.
He definitely contributed.
Comes in and improves us.
What Scott's saying, you compare that with Sancho.
Exactly.
Anthony gets less stick than Sancho because Sancho's a flop. And we all thought
Sancho been here for 2 years.
No, but Sancho's still done shit. And if Sancho was just performing the same level of Anthony and was improving their team, no one is speaking about the money. Everyone spoke about Maguire's price because he was shit. No one spoke about Van Dijk's price. No one speaks about Alisson's price because he's been quality. People speak about Kepa's price. As long as he is good, no one will give a shit about the price in like 6 months, maybe even less.
United is so tired of Sancho.
Then
they sent him to fat camp. They're so tired of
you know what's funny too? We just talked about Anthony comparison. Anthony has one more goal and one less assist than Sancho this year.
Wow.
So like I wouldn't.
I agree.
I would say respectfully, Scott. I know you like Anthony from Ajax, but I would say he's absolutely dog shit. If I was the United player, I'd be fucking fuming, right? Or if I was the United fan, I'd be fuming. We spent $100 million on this bum. But
That's
it's
fair,
okay.
but again, it goes back to
He's
like,
literally a street footballer.
we say
Again,
that because
it's
we
mentioned
think
the 100
very little
million
in
that
terms
you
of, like, we
spend.
just see the goals
The
and the
money
assists. and we
comes
don't
with
watch them all the
criticism
time.
quicker than you
But,
think.
like,
Man, we're going to talk two
in
at
the
a
same
time.
way,
This is
in the
brilliant.
same way that I
3 at a
guarantee
time.
they'll, like, rival fans will see the
All the
Enzo
time.
price. They'll see him do, like, they won't watch Chelsea. They'll see him. He might have like 3 assists, you know, across the rest of the season. Should we buy him in January? And they'll go, oh, he's been shit. But they won't see the performances. They won't see the fact that all of a sudden our passing is crisper. We play a lot quicker because he's playing it a lot quicker. They won't see that. And it's the same thing with Anthony, where it's like he has been an improvement on what they've got. Even though the numbers, like this goals and assists, you can't see that. He's been an improvement on what they've got. So no one mentions the price in terms of United fans.
Yeah,
and
but
as I said, I don't give a fuck.
He's been a
I
havoc.
don't give a fuck.
He's been a
Like
havoc.
Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans, United fans, they can say what they want about the price. I couldn't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I know every single one of them would give their arms, legs, their tongue, everything just to have this guy on their team. I couldn't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah, but
Well,
Josh,
and to
do you
be fair-
expect? Oh, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Exactly.
No, I was just
Exactly.
saying, to be fair to Anthony, like the bar that was set for him was Dan
Exactly.
James right before him, right?
Exactly.
So he just had to
That's
be better than
the
Dan
thing,
James. Like,
I just think he's really good at chasing his own tail. Really
I mean,
good.
you guys
Absolutely.
expect like Mark Goldbridge to do a video apologizing to the fans for the fact that we spent $100 million? It's not going to happen. You guys are worried about fans. Stop worrying about fans. You're stupid.
I think we need to
I
stop.
think this
Who's
signing
Goldbridge?
brilliant, and I think it improves us. And it's like we need midfielders. And I'm sorry, you're not going to get a better midfielder in terms of his profile right now. For that's going to be available.
What do you guys see him fit in an ideal team? Do you see him
What
there with Kovacic?
What
and
is it? The dream?
It doesn't matter.
I
He can do
wanna-
both roles. He can play the off six
What is
or
it,
the
Christmas
or the
list or
six
something?
is
Yeah.
allowed to
Rental,
advance.
Well, Jester?
I like.
I said that what
I wish I had 1,000 wishes.
Enzo can play either 6 role, the Kovacic 6 role where he can advance and dribble with the ball and more forward, or he can sit back and play deep. Munster, I just read a tweet from Munster. He says Fabregas. That's if you're looking for a player to go back in Chelsea history and look back and say, who's this guy? He says Fabregas. Probably a little bit bigger, more defensive minded, but he can play those passes. And he
Monster
can shoot from
said
outside.
Enzo is the Fabregas.
Yep.
Enzo
I
does
swear
have the
the
same
guy
passes,
has
but
no clue of football, man.
Hey,
I swear,
he
man.
doesn't-
Jared,
not the same.
what is this young
That,
player?
that is
FFP?
not even a close. Like,
Okay.
That's where we close,
Jared,
though.
Jared,
It's
what
not
is
close.
this young player FFP thing with Enzo Fernandez where we could write it off? This is Matt Ball. Matt Ball just sent me a message about it. Matt Ball
No,
is a serious
that's
person.
not. I heard that's not real.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they
well,
confirmed.
that's why they want to pay more than the release clause, because then they can break it up over seasons,
Right.
and that's how you balance your books. Like
Right.
if you're gonna spend, you could pay you could give Benfica a big lump sum to kind of help them with their books, and then they break it up over 2 or 3 seasons for your books, and you don't have this fat 130 million just for one season. It gets broken up over 4 or 5 years.
Plus, we're talking about
We're
Euros.
spazzing out about
Yeah.
FFP. I'm like, let the businessman handle the business side.
Yeah. Trust me, they have guys much smarter than me, at least. On that.
No, the only
Like,
reason I'm worried about the price is because it affects other players that we want to buy. It's the only reason I care about the price.
Let it
Because we have a budget. We have a
right.
budget.
That's why I hate stuff like this when people start to bring up like, oh, if we don't get Enzo, we're going to go after McAllister. Well, what do you think? You don't think Brighton are paying attention to how much we're willing to spend for
Oh, yeah.
Enzo? Like they're
Brighton's-
not going to be like, oh, okay, we'll take 50
I
for
thought Brighton's is
McAllister.
a Chelsea B team.
I don't know. Again, the 1 or 2 reports I've seen have said if they decide to sell McAllister, he'll be 50 mil. Sorry. Again,
Yeah,
I don't know
50
how
mil.
true that will be.
Yeah, I don't think
but what
McAllister
I-
is the
He
high
just got a
bar
new
for that.
contract,
I
by the
don't
way.
want him. No,
He
it's
signed a
just
new
part of the
contract.
team.
He signed a new
People are putting World Cup people in there. Aweyu. Yeah,
By the
you've
way,
never seen him play other than
I
World
watched a
Cup.
couple of times that Enzo guy. No fucking way he's even close to what Fabregas was.
So what do you think he is like then?
He's
Hey,
he's a more defensive player. He's like maybe he's like Fabregas when he went to Monaco and played in a deep line because I didn't watch him because there's no way he played like Fabregas.
Yeah.
But
You did say a defensive version of
quote,
him.
the actual quote is he's like Fabregas around the box with his through balls and his shooting from outside the box. That's the actual.
Yeah, I think he was saying like
Oh,
Enzo.
I didn't know
Enzo is-
Fabregas was shooting outside the box. He never shot outside the.
Yeah,
he barely shot outside
he
the
never
box.
had.
He was
He never
more
had shot power
assisting.
like that.
Yeah, he
Alex,
has.
I think he was trying to
No,
say we haven't had a
Scott,
midfielder.
Of course, he shoot outside the box. Fabregas does, but that's not his thing. He will always choose.
To
What's
pass.
his name?
No,
Pass.
you're thinking about him later in his career. If you're thinking about him like at Arsenal,
Arsenal, he shot a lot.
yeah,
Shooting.
at Arsenal he was the 10, and he was known for like the kind of the same sort of stuff that Lampard was known as in terms of those later rising runs.
That's
or shooting from outside
exactly.
the box.
That's the Verratti. That's the player reminds me Enzo.
Yes.
Yeah, I think what he was trying to
Verratti
say
is the more one. I couldn't name the player in my head. Verratti is exactly the same.
Yes.
Except he's about this big.
They're the same.
Well, they both that big.
No,
the way I
Enzo's a
read
big
it, Alex,
dude.
was that he was basically saying we haven't had a player since Fabregas who's capable of making like a line-breaking pass or something. That's how I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read the words. I don't read into
No. I think people like maybe Enzo is 5'11". I heard that too because I was like, that's my height, and I was like, oh, by the way, if you're saying that I confusing him with Fabregas since Arsenal, when did Enzo play as a number 10 outside the box?
If we do get him,
There's your answer, bro.
This year.
if we do get him,
like,
I do think he can play the Jorginho role.
Sketchy
But,
as
Alex, he made a stupid comment, and he's wrong because Fabregas was an attacking mid, Enzo was a D mid. Let's move on.
Okay, well, you can compare traits of players, even
sure,
if they play different positions. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I think
He's not saying he's the same identity. He was comparing his how
in terms of what they're gonna bring to the team. What he's see the similarity.
I actually see Cruz exactly. Tony Cruz is
I'd
more
say
like
Cruz
him.
is probably the better comparison.
Well, I think what he does that I like, and I think Jester hinted to it earlier, is that he kind of, because he has like several different abilities in a similar role, he allows his partner to be a little bit more specific in what their duty is, right? So you could, if they did get Rice, and Rice is definitely more of a defensive sitter type guy, it maybe frees Enzo up to be a bit more aggressive. If you put him next to a Kovacic, maybe he can. Yeah, he allows flexibility to his partner.
Alex,
put the De Jong beside Enzo.
Right. I agree. So like the opposite, Jorginho is sort of the opposite, and they're like, if you put him, whoever you put him next to is not allowed to really express themselves the way they probably can as a player.
Alex, I completely disagree because I think Enzo is the kind of player you can play different roles in the midfield. So I think you're going to hold him back if you make him be a DM full time.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
Who's to say
I'm
we're going to
saying
have a
Kovacic and De Jong. Kovacic beside him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Rice beside him, and the De Jong is up top. I don't want Kova up top. Kova is bad.
How come we haven't picked up on the fact that Potter doesn't want Alvarez, according to reports, because that's not the profile DM he wants. It's more of the Caicedo type of DM where they're mobile and they don't sit. So I don't know if either six will actually sit. So it might be one goes forward, one stays. It depends on which side
exactly. We're playing double pivot.
So it's not going to be. We're going to have a sitter and an advancing six. Both of them will be allowed to.
It's the new way of playing nowadays.
But you have to have multiple skill sets, even in that position now. You can't just
I still think Lavia is the answer. We're going for Lavia in the summer. We're just getting this guy now.
Well, Southampton will be relegated, so possibly. Seriously, I mean, they're dropping like a stone.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's since the beginning, before everything with that Bowley, there's 100% rumor, 100% interest in Lavia. Even before that, as a player, Lavia.
I'd rather see Caicedo.
Rather who?
Caicedo.
I'd rather have Lavia actually.
I like Lavia.
I like Lavia.
I
mean, Caicedo is good, but Lavia is the destroyer.
Okay, hold on. Is this just conjecture or is this actual report about Lavia?
It was actual report from the beginning from Matt Law.
I heard about that too. Even
Yeah,
before.
Matt Law's been
they were
killed
definitely
this year.
interested in him. I think.
Man City will have first right of refusal.
Yes.
And if Pep Guardiola is so public in his criticism of Calvin Phillips, keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on that.
Yeah,
I think
the
his
buyback
release
clause
clause
are
is like
not necessarily. For example, what's his name? They about to sign another player.
And I think they just signed him already, but he's youth.
Who?
Hold on a second. No. Mike Phillips. That's not.
It's got Peron.
Frumia. What's his face?
Whoa,
Vitamins threw me off the process now.
My bad.
Lavia was the original link, long-term player for Chelsea. Metla when Harry Potter first announced.
Okay.
That was the first time I heard it, and since then I remember that thing was it, and I started to pay attention on the kid.
Yeah,
He's
but
a really good player.
He is really good, no doubt. But I mean, does that report still have legs? Because things happen. You know, I mean, like Enzo Fernandez.
That's why I'm saying that it still does, because nobody's talking about.
Well, I think he got like a 50 million release clause, and then City has first right of refusal on that. So yeah, there's some bridges you got to cross with Lavia. Unfortunately, that may make it more difficult, right? Because City might just for 50 million, City might just buy him back just to keep him from us. Like, I mean, it's we had a similar situation with Ake where we had a first right of refusal for 40, and we let him go. So. Yeah, there's just a few more, options there with Lavia that are, that don't involve us.
So, breaking news for Fabrizio Romano: if a winger comes in January, most likely Christian Pulisic will leave.
Okay, he can leave. He can leave.
Now we have no direct players against direct players.
Yeah, so no one. Now we have 0 1v1 quality in the team.
No,
but that's if a winger comes in.
Right.
Oh.
That is.
So one out.
I guess it would be Felix, João Felix.
So yeah, then it means that he's staying.
And I don't think either one of them are going to happen.
I don't think not in January for sure. I don't think Leao definitely doesn't happen in January. We might find out that he's leaving in January because he doesn't re-sign with AC Milan, but I don't think we sign him in January. And João Felix again.
No, thank you.
Could be on loan.
No Portuguese Kai Havertz.
We won't be loaning João Felix unless there's an obligation or option to buy.
And who will sell? Who will pay a 6 months loan for 20 mil?
Right.
It was 8 mil. I thought
8 mil plus his 5.
Are we talking about Zakaria?
No.
If Pulisic, what do you call it? If Pulisic doesn't hit, like if he's not doing bits for me, I'll put Sterling back on the left side and try Hakim Ziyech on the right side.
Why?
I won't.
Why? Hakim Ziyech cannot play Premier League football.
Yeah, he's struggling.
In the story, we've seen it.
You guys need to stop being
not on the pot. Not on the pot.
Guys, the World Cup is not the Premier League. Hakim Ziyech had a great World Cup
but he didn't have a great World Cup.
He did.
Yes, he did. What were you watching?
No, he didn't.
He did.
Wait, Jesters, go on, delve into that.
Well, how many goals and assists did he have?
Who cares?
Somebody tell me.
Do you watch football with a calculator?
I don't know, but he had good performances.
He had mount performances. Is that what you're telling me? And that's good. Where he plays well, no output. Is that what we're doing now?
I'm sure he looked better on the ball than Mount did.
Oh.
Well, like to me, he did what Ziyech is good at. He created a lot of chances. He played volume balls into the box. A lot of the times they're unsuccessful, but he's one of those guys that's like he's a volume. And like the NBA, you would call Ziyech like a volume shooter. Like he just puts the ball up. That's what Ziyech is. That's what he does best. He like tries to just be creative and get the ball into the box, and sometimes it works, and sometimes you go 0 for 20 crossing.
Better player from I almost said Monte Carlo. For Monaco, yes.
Morocco.
For Chelsea, no. Oh, Morocco.
He had a goal and an assist.
Monaco.
What is going on, dude?
I literally messed up his country 3 times.
We got everything.
Love Monaco.
I got that at the end though.
He's Monacoian, right?
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
But I still don't believe in getting Enzo though.
Really?
I
Yeah,
I think it looks too. There's too many sources saying that we're close to
and
it.
that's the problem.
Oh, really?
Well, Fabrizio's
that's-
all over it, and generally, if he's all over
And
something,
that's
there's
the problem. I don't think Fabrizio is good as a source. I think he's the best. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, but he doesn't
He's
say
the best.
anything until it's happened.
He's the
Well, I was
best
gonna say,
war
more
guy
often than
that
not,
never
he
been
gets
to
it
war,
right
but
because of
always
that reason.
analyzed it.
Yeah, he's
like,
very
like,
safe, but like everything he says usually happens.
because that's what major non-real. Here's how I see him. A lot of non-reliable newspapers saying this deal is going on, so he was just on the wagon.
But no, there
saying
was
like,
one
yeah.
reliable one. There
No,
was
no.
one source
Yeah,
that
but even
broke.
then, if he's not the first one, everything that he says still
Yeah.
usually happens. Even if
There
he's
was an
not the first one to
Argentine
break
source
it.
though that broke. You know the same source that broke that he was going to Benfica. Is the same one that broke that he is actually negotiating. Benfica are now willing to negotiate with Chelsea. It's an Argentine source.
did Ornstein say anything on this yet?
Orny?
Man, nobody
Yeah.
said that.
David
When
Ornstein?
Also, didn't Enzo say he's happy to join Chelsea? Like,
That doesn't
Who?
mean shit.
Yeah.
That means
Enzo.
less than shit.
Do you know how
Everybody
many
would do.
times Rice has said that?
Yeah, I
Look,
think usually to me, like once I
Yeah,
see
but the
David
interest-
Ornstein
Yeah.
report something, like he's pretty damn reliable too about his reporting. Like he's similar to Fabrizio in the way that he doesn't do a lot of announcing things unless he's got it confirmed. So
That's the thing. I've said this before. There's like 3, maybe 4. It's like Fabrizio, Damasio, and Ornstein are like the
Ben
3.
Jacobs.
And once you see something from them, more often than not, it happens. Once you
Ben
see
Ben
something, like,
Jacobs.
they say
Ben
something more often than
Jacobs.
not.
Ben
Ben
Jacob was a
Jacobs.
fraud, man. Come on.
Carlito's just
Shut the fuck up.
Big up Ben Jacobs, my guy.
Are you kidding me? He's one of the most reliable journalists in sports.
he's just saying that he ate him the other.
Reliable is Psy.
All right. I took
The guy like Winter Surfer, just going from stream to stream to stream. Where's Andrew at?
Oh, and yet he doesn't participate on his own stream.
I don't know, man. How do I know what's reliable? Did he go to the what's the name? To the correspondence school or what?
No, a lot of these guys.
Or you're gonna say Will University again?
He probably graduated from Will University, man. Trump University.
Trump University, yeah.
Men's school.
No, Alex, I think they talk to the agents. You know, some of them talk to the players. It's not just correspondence with the club. These guys.
Well, Enzo's having a drink right now, so.
Yeah.
He's still following
like,
Nathaniel.
look, nobody-
He's posting people's Instagram pages.
I knew you in the
Run that
chat,
one
man.
back, bro.
The bait is it's like a fishing thing. I knew you were gonna be there, man.
So who's tracking the airplane?
I'm
I
like
wanna know.
a Nigerian prince for you there, Winter
Pato,
Surfer.
where you at, bro?
Yeah, where's Papa?
Airplane
You
tracker.
track the airplane.
Didn't Elon say we couldn't do that anymore?
Hey,
No,
big
that-
up
that's
ZH with
if
the
you
new
have an
Monacan.
unlisted container.
Call, contact the people in the hotels. See you somewhere.
wait, so Lewis, here's something earlier. You mentioned it, but you were solo. Is if Enzo comes in January, do Chelsea just take what they can get and sell Jorginho in January as well?
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but
I was
I
gonna
don't
jump
think
on
they can
that.
do it though because there's just 6 months left. You
Well,
can't sell
what
him
if Napoli say here? What if Napoli say here's 10 million? We'll take him back.
But then they could get him for free in July. Like,
Yeah,
why
but
would they-
why-
Or he could go to Barcelona for free.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he could go anywhere.
so
for
they
free.
so
No.
it might behoove them to
I'll
give
go
us
after
10 million
Josh.
bucks.
I'll go after Josh. I'll put Lewis in
I
the mud for
understand
Josh in a
that point,
second.
but I
think
still
that
just
puts you
don't
into
think it's
Ruben.
likely. Wouldn't it still be cheaper to just?
So why
give
we're not going
time
for
on it?
Enzo? Why we're not going for Enzo in the summer?
Because
We
everybody
won't
wants
lose
him
that
this summer.
battle. We'll lose that
Oh,
battle.
that's why, right? Because we will
We
lose
need
that
him
battle.
now.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no,
He
no.
hasn't got 6
they're
months
both
left on
true,
his
Scott.
deal.
Alex, to quote you, that's not elite knowledge. Come on, man.
Zachary and Enzo are playing together though.
I just think it's unlikely anyone comes in for someone with 6 months left on their deal when they could easily just get him on the free 6 months later.
But he'll have 3 or 4 suitors at that time. You know, it's like, do you want to secure the player for yourself?
All the more reason for the player to not take the move, assess his options, and let them all go into a bidding war for them. He'd get better wages.
Unless he's cool with going back to Napoli, and then Napoli say, okay, well, we'll give you $8 million for him. Okay, he's yours. Like, it's all obviously the player has a lot to say in a situation like this, right? So if Jorginho is willing to go back to Napoli and Napoli want to give us a little bit of money to make sure they secure him, then that's all cool. But if Jorginho's like, well, I'm not sure where I want to go. I want to hear Barcelona's offer. I want to hear Napoli's offer. I want to hear Newcastle's offer. Then he'll wait the 6 months, and we don't really have a say in that. But if a team wants to secure the fact that we can absolutely get him, and he's cool with going there, like say Napoli, then they give us $10 million. I'm taking it, man.
If that situation happens, fair. But I just think it's very unlikely because the player is in a very good position for leverage.
Listen, we have way too many English midfielders on our team, and some of them need to get out.
Well, I'll tell you why.
They're all
and we start with Italian one.
I said English.
I know.
I said English.
He speaks really good English. Since he's been
but Jorginho is not a syllable commodity.
Oh, Alex, fucking hell, bro.
But you can sell Ruben, you can sell Conor Gallagher, you can sell Mason Mount. You can sell all them.
Robin Loftus-Cheek and English Robin Loftus-Cheek. Oh, Spanish. What's the name? Italian Robin Loftus-Cheek.
I wish Jorginho had Loftus-Cheek's strength. At least he'll.
Hey, if you play Jorginho with Enzo, you're going to get the best out of both players.
So here's the reason why Napoli would do it. Because they're 8 points clear in first place and they want to win the fucking league. So why wouldn't they do it?
Because Jorginho doesn't win them the league.
Oh, I think he helps.
I mean, they're already where they are. Like, I don't think he wins them the league.
Right. Don't you think they would go all in? I feel like they would go all in.
I don't think Jorginho's going anywhere in January.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Jorginho's going anywhere in January either.
It would, unless it's the club he wants to go to, it would be a crap move to go with 6 months left.
Okay.
And all we're hearing from Jorginho's camp is he wants to stay here.
I think he will stay.
Not recently.
That's more like
not recently. We haven't.
That sounds like a begging. More than it means like, could you please give me one more year?
No, because if that's the case, he just accept the terms on the table. There's a
Chelsea
contract
said
there,
no.
it's just they're not in agreement.
It's like he rings the door, but nobody's answering, man.
Yeah, we don't know that there are terms on the table.
He wants more. So, like, if he really wanted it that hard, he'd just resign.
Yeah, plus I think as well, as just mentioned, I think he's just going to explore his options. Like, he's in no rush to do anything. Like, he can see whether Chelsea are going to offer him what he wants. If not, he can see whether Barca are going to come in for him or see whether Napoli come in. Like, there's no reason for him to move between now and the end of the season. Like, he might as well wait, see what offers he gets, and then either sign with Chelsea or sign on a free with another team, so he joins them in the summer. Like,
I think like they will. I think Jorginho and Kante will actually stay with us for another.
Oh, I hope Kante doesn't stay.
No, that's not happening.
I think Kante has got to go.
I think what the club are looking at.
We're only keeping.
Can you imagine this world where like people saying, "Oh, we need Jorginho, but we don't need Kante."
Alex, we live in a different planet, man.
I'm here, isn't it?
The situation we're in. That's the situation we're in because Kante can't stay fit for more than one game.
Never available. What's the point?
I was going to say there's literally no
I'm
point.
Always available for Chelsea if they want to.
There's literally no point in wasting
availability doesn't always mean good for the club.
A guy that plays 2 times a year, 2 times a season.
Hey, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is more available. Does he we give him a raise and let him stay longer?
No.
Ruben's got more than a year on his contract. So
he's going to Everton.
You don't understand what I'm saying, do you?
No, I understand what you're saying. I just think it's a different point to make.
So, Lewis,
there's a different way to play than Jorginho.
This is from
Jorginho shouldn't be starting next season.
Yeah, we've said that.
Jorginho won't be here next year.
And the thing is, the only reason I want Kante gone is because of his availability. If he could stay fit for even half a season and could perform at a level for even half a season, I'm saying keep him, but he can't.
Well, we've got the blind English Kante, and he's available.
He finally had his surgery.
He played in this calendar year. He's had like 5 good games. Like this isn't Kante.
Yeah, because he was injured.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Yeah, but now he's actually having a doctor to see him.
You've got a guy who can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go into the treatment, you don't fix the problem, and finally that he fixing the problem, we get rid of him.
Yes, we don't even know if the problem is fixed. How do you know if he gets
surgery? How do you know that the problem is then fixed?
Because it's a freaking thing. The same thing with Anya Avo. How do you know James is not gonna get injured if he has a surgery?
He will.
It's a muscle issue with him. It's a muscle issue with Kante. It's not bones.
James and Kante in terms of injuries. James comes back from an injury and literally hits the ground running from when he comes back. Kante comes back and doesn't have and then has like 5 good games.
He didn't even make it one game, Scott.
There's a huge age difference.
He didn't make it one game. You are right.
Hit the ground running. He ran right back into the locker room.
Yeah, cool. And in that game, he was amazing. He was one of our best players.
Okay. That's in the 3 games Kante played this year. He was man of the match in 2 of them. What are you talking about?
That's the difference. The fact that Kante will come back and can go like 5 games and not have a good game, or 6 games and not have a good game, and I'm waiting for him to come back, and then I'll have a good game, and then the next 4 will be shit. James comes back and immediately has a good game.
What's the difference with the guy that has 5 years of no good games?
Chelsea will listen to offers for Jorginho.
Again, all this is with Kante is sentiment. That's all it is. People just want him to retire here. That's all they want is just sentiment. It's cool. If that's all you want, that's cool.
Like
I want more from my football club.
Kante is sentimental. Let's be because I think
it's not sentimental.
Because clubs do not give players long-term sentimental contracts. Like, what are we talking about?
Garbage. He was fucking garbage. Let's call it how it is. It's sentiment and nothing else. It ain't football reasons why people want him here. That's all it is sentiment.
Oh my word!
Agreed.
Imagine the world when the Kante is pushed to the curve and Jorginho's staying.
Jorginho's not staying.
No. In Scott's world, it is.
Fit.
Look,
I was going to say, I'll take the guy who can stay fit, man. For a
doesn't matter. The club has chosen Kante.
So, Alex, are you just comparing because it's like, oh,
why are we arguing about something the club's already done?
Or you just
it's not done yet, to be fair. They're still in negotiation.
Well, they've already come out and said they're going to offer a new contract to Kante, which means Jorginho's not going to be here. If they were to come out and offer a contract to Jorginho, that means Kante's not going to be here because they're trying to build a young team that plays together. Yeah. If you look at most of the signings, they've been young, not under 25.
It's very likely that they offered Jorginho and N'Golo the exact same terms and said, whichever one of you says yes, we're going to take that guy. The other guy's gone. And N'Golo might have been more likely just to say yes to that. If he wants to stay in London, he's like, all right, I'll just take it. And George wanted more money. They're not going to give him more money.
He's the one walking. Both perfectly fit. Kante gives you more on the pitch than Jorginho.
I agree.
That's true, but they both play with each other.
Then yes, Kante definitely gives you more. The problem is, as I said, Kante can't stay fit for more than 2 games in a row, and more often than not, when he comes back, it takes him like 7 games to get back to his best. That's the problem. We're not 2 years.
It doesn't take him 7 games to get.
Where'd you get this
stats from? You pulling out of your ass?
Considering, as I said, in the last calendar year, he's had like
that's
5
not Mason Mount.
Max. I beg you tell me where the fuck he's having these amazing games where he's not having 7 games in a row where he's shit. I beg you tell me in 5-6 games of
I can tell you when we go and play beside when he plays beside the bum. What nobody's actually wants to take responsibility that he's the only one that actually does the job. But there's other bums in the midfield. Remember that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call Jorginho a bum, but
he played 3 games for us to start the year. He scored against Udinese. He was man of the match against Everton, and he goddamn near was man of the match in Tottenham if he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Well, where have we seen him since?
There we are.
Tottenham is
okay.
Tottenham
I just gave you 3 games in a row that he played this year. Was the best player on the pitch.
Give me a friendly, sweet.
This whole team only turns up for Tottenham. They only turn up.
You can't say that, Lewis. Every player.
How many times
in January, man? We're in January. You're talking about going to the end of August, start of September.
Come on,
like,
bro.
what are we talking about here?
Look, I'm not saying like Jorginho as what's his name? Kante needs to what.
Scott, you're an arrogant
Arrogant. Scott, you arrogant American.
Also, to the dickhead that wants me to mute, pay the £100 and get me off. If not, shut the fuck up and know your
They're probably
place.
talking about me, Scott.
Don't insult Scott. I can. You can't.
Scott,
I'm not actually
Jorginho and Ruben in January.
For me, it's not about what's his name. It's between those two. If it was my choice, I will take Kante, one-legged Kante. Because hold on a second. Do you think if Jorginho's fit, and because those two will not be starters, right?
Yeah.
Next season,
what
we hope for if we sign, right? Those two will not be starters. So, for example, that means that we go in different way in the midfield, right?
Yeah.
So if we go in a different way in the midfield, and Jorginho is there, that always fit, and Kante there on the bench, he doesn't need to play a lot, but he's fit. Out of those two that on the bench and both fit, who am I gonna have on the bench? My personal view, Kante. That's all I'm saying. If they both go, they both go. If one of them stay, I will not take the most pale Brazilian ever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, Kante does help you close out a game if you're 2-0
So does Jorginho as well.
Both of them
Both of them
Sorry,
do.
Jorginho. Sorry,
We've
Jorginho.
seen that they both do. So, like, if we're going to play this, Kante
that's why
help,
I'm cool with
like,
both being rotation options, but Kante isn't on rotation wages.
Exactly.
Starting wages.
What I'm saying is
club
that
has made a
Jorginho is
decision.
not
Why
going
are
to
we
be willing
arguing
to
about
sit on the
this?
bench and not say shit. When he was sitting on the bench for Lampard, he was the loudest one. He was the one that complained behind the scenes. He was the bitch that always complained to the newspapers. That's
He
what
got
I still
Lampard
remember.
fired.
Kante.
I'll tell you what.
Apparently,
This
so
is
was
all
Kovacic,
in all.
but
Like,
Kovacic
I
was
heard
the one that actually started in the game.
Kovacic's name
There was
in
other
that
players
too.
too. Yeah, there's a lot.
I will say,
Why you gotta
like,
bring the old stuff up?
Jorginho, Rudiger was in there as well.
That's 3
Just
years
gonna blame
ago.
Jorginho.
Let it go already.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, again, but I will say, like, I agree with just to the extent of, like, as much as we may argue or we may disagree, like, the club have made their decision and that's cool and everything. But when we're paying a guy like 300 grand a week to sit and play like PS5 at home all day for like 9 months of the season, hey, then that's all cool as well.
Angola's an Xbox.
If the decision
pay
is
the
made
bills, I
and
ain't
if
worried
he
about it.
actually resigns.
Yeah, remember Alonso always fit. Thank you, Andrew, for making.
I don't understand the point with Alonso. I've never
Yeah.
asked for
No,
Alonso.
he's talking about Alonso.
Alonso. No. Put Alonso.
It's basically the same thing as he's saying basically the same thing as this comment right
Why?
here. Your super chat.
Yeah.
Oh, J5 being fit is a burden. Don't you understand? I don't want Jorginho to be starting if he stays next season. I want him to be a rotation.
But that's not the point. The point is when Jorginho is fit, it doesn't still means that he's better than when Kante is fit.
No,
I mean, Jorginho's our only sitting DM right now, so
Yeah.
Exactly. That's something as well.
The issue is Carter doesn't want to play with
And he's actually
Are we
contributing in this new midfield with Zachary. He's actually contributing. He's not bad.
Look.
Okay, thank you.
Potter does
Whoever
not
the
want to
weird
play
kid
with a
is.
sitting
But
six.
thank you.
Leave Page alone, man.
That's all right. That's all right.
Look, are we talking about right now? Or are we talking about the next in the next year? We're talking about next year, right? Because that's how we're talking about re-signing the
I'm
contract.
talking about January.
No, I'm talking about the next year because
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not talking
both
about
talking about
Jorginho
different
resigning now. I'm talking about Jorginho resigning for the next year. So for the next year, yeah, I don't want to see him there. So how good he plays with Zachary, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but I know that with you because you would literally take me in the pivot over Jorginho.
No, that's the line I cannot cross.
Oh, that's the line. That's the
Fake
line.
knees.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I had the knees. Or no, hold on, ankles.
Actually,
Today,
yeah.
is today's
knee
ankles?
injury. Fair enough. I'd be
Oh no,
slow.
I thought you said ankles last time. Oh, you
knees
forgot what
and
injuries
ankles.
you
Knees
have.
and ankles. Knees is both.
Okay,
yeah.
knees and ankles. So basically, you're the guy that runs on the elbows.
No, I run just slowly, briskly.
So why are we having this conversation about Jorginho? He's not going to be re-signed. He's going to be. They're looking for offers in January for him and Ruben. So Again,
just
they've
to
made
piss
their
off
choice.
Scott.
We're going to argue about something that's not going to
That's
happen.
my favorite thing on the streams.
We should argue about
I know
right back
when
options.
Scott is mad, when Scott is like, "Jeez," then I know I got him.
But
I just need to stir the pot for him. I have to respect it.
Actually, Jorginho is going to play very well next to Enzo Fernandez because he's going to be allowed to go forward. And I'd rather have him make mistakes. Yeah, I'd rather have him make mistakes in the opponent's half than our half.
Oh yeah, if you look at from that, she loves Doku. The right hand or the left hand?
Did you guys, Lewis? Did you read that they have the club has people working behind the scenes with Celtic for Jurnovic or Jarnovic or however he says?
I hope it is, man.
I did see that, but I didn't hear too much on any developments on there.
Yeah, I think they
That's why I believe it's true because there's no.
It's quiet. Yeah. Chelsea will do that. They'll sneak and get. They'll sneak so they can get him for a cheap price. They'll do it behind the scenes.
Well, what's you guys' thoughts on Juranovic?
I would love him. Absolutely.
The only time I've seen him play is at the World Cup. So
same thing.
I've seen him a couple. I've seen him a couple times for Celtic as a right back, which is I think if Potter wants to stick with the 4, like they've said he does, you need more of a traditional right back to play that role. Reece obviously is a tank, so he can do both roles. He can play it more as a wing back, but Jurnovic is I think a great option.
Yeah, like there's the thing is with him is like there are better options, but not for the same price. Like you could go
agree.
Like we've looked at like Porro, but he's got a release clause of 45 million, and City have got a buyback of 20.
Right.
So it's like they're going to use that. Like he's going to end up being like their backup to Cancelo or Walker. Like if one of those.
I actually think that kid.
Rico
Lewis. Are we talking about the right back?
Yeah, Rico Lewis.
Scott,
I actually think he's a good defender. That's why I like him because he's a good defender. First, before
then you've got like the fact that I think Leon, but I think he's their he might be their starting right back, and he's only like 19 as well. And again, he'd be expensive. I've seen Frimpong mention I don't want him. Like he's a wing back. All he is a wing back. He's
nobody
not a
with ping pong name in Chelsea.
Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can just bring in somebody who just has a wing back skill set. They have to be majority right back with the ability to get forward. I think to fit the system Potter wants to play. And I think Scott's right. Whoever the option is in January is going to be it's got to be on the cheaper side. Just budget wise, I think it makes more sense. It's got to be somebody
£8 million.
Yeah. 8 million is the number I saw too. So, whoever the player is,
you won't get Bellingham, Ryan. He's going to
Ryan.
Real Madrid. They get
which also I think is a stupid move for him.
No, I actually think he's sneaky going to City.
I think Madrid will buy Bellingham.
It depends if Mbappe going where, but
Mbappe is not going to Real Madrid.
We'll see.
It's going to be Holland first.
Yeah. When Benzema goes, Holland will be there first.
They have Hendrick.
He's 16 years old, Pokedoku. Come on.
Down for 2 years.
He can't even show up for 2 years.
He'll be 18 by the time Benzema leaves. So.
Yeah, but he's not playing. He's not playing first. Like he's not their experience.
Oh my god.
Where's Fatur when you need him?
Yeah, people play fantasy football, man.
Although the one signing we've already made that I'm most excited about is Santos. He's going to be a flat baller.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to go straight back on loan.
No, he's
unless he gets his work permit, which is
it all depends on the work permit. If he can't get a work permit, he'll have to go back on.
All the reports are saying right now he's staying.
Which one?
Santos.
For Santos.
Oh,
Brazilian Caicedo.
I honestly think Santos and Fofana are in the same situation. They're both going to get an opportunity to impress before they go anywhere. So,
but yeah, we're going to play for 6 months at start in Chelsea 11. We're not going to the youth. We're gonna go for Chelsea training.
Yeah, they'll be just like Chukwuemeka, where he's training with the ones. He's doing everything with the ones. They'll get on the bench occasionally. Maybe they'll get a look.
The next year, summer will decide.
Yeah, and they'll decide whether or not they're gonna want to stay or go on loan.
I'll say they'll basically be in the same position that like the likes of like Webster and Rankin and people like that are. Where they're not part of the youth team anymore. They're part of the first team, but they're
I don't hear nothing about the Russian kid either.
That's why they were more. That's why more quiet as well.
We need to get
it's done. The Russian thing is done. The fee is agreed upon. He wants to go.
Yeah,
it's the sanctions shit. That's
No. I'm saying even the Russian newspapers are newspapers.
Well, because Alex, there's nothing really more to report on it, Alex, as far as the deal goes. So I think, like Jester said, the deal part of it is done. It's a matter of now it's more of a bureaucrat thing. Can they get him into the country? How do they make the payments? Like stuff like that is, I think, what is maybe holding it back. But as far as the news goes, there's really no more breaking news on it.
I don't understand why, because we're legal as a club now. We're not the cartel anymore.
I know it's a lazy comparison.
We cut the head off the snake, right, Alex? You got
Yeah. We how you say it? What's that guy that got released from United States? Boot, the Lord of War. Yeah. So I'm saying Roman is not an owner, so we're not sponsoring World War III anymore. So
it's not about sending Russia to Russia. Not.
I was going to say that's the thing. It's because they still view him as Russian. That's why he was trying to get the Armenian nationality or citizenship. It's because of the whole Russian thing. Like it's just
which is crazy because
right when the political things involved.
Chelsea,
in the
2005. You don't trust my eye for talent, but I was the only one here that got Mendy correct.
I know it's a lazy comparison, but the Arsenal kid, the Russian kid, he's the spitting image of KDB. That kid.
He's in chat.
I'm a massive fan of Arsene. He's like every time I watch him, I more and more impressed with his skill set. Like
same. I've been watching him for a long time now.
Yeah, he is.
Bro, you start him off at like 7 or 8.
Even the run animation between him and De Bruyne
is 6 months ago, but Poco-Doku.
Well, no, Alex, I'm not me either. I'm talking about since I found out who he was. The more I see on him, the more impressive he is to me. Especially I just love the way he always is going. He's relentless going forward, and I absolutely love that. He's to me, and I'm not making a complete comparison, but he is like a more athletic, more up-tempo version of Ziyech to me. Like the way he's always looking to get a ball in the box. He's always looking to create something. He's relentless going forward. He's really good on the ball.
He's an underrated dribbler too. He knows how to dribble.
Incredible dribbler. But Ziyech is a good dribbler too.
What's that kid, the German kid that we used to have, Schürrle?
Andre Schürrle,
Andre Schürrle. He reminds me of Schürrle.
Yeah, he might even be more athletic though than Schürrle. When I see he's a little quicker, the quick twitch muscle. There's a little bit more there than maybe with Schürrle, but
he's
I
good
can see the
with both
comparison.
feet.
Absolutely.
He is the spitting image of Kevin De Bruyne.
He knows how to use his body as well.
No, he's more handsome than Kevin De Bruyne. He's not ginger.
Does he meet your requirement for Chelsea, Alex? Is he good looking enough to play for Chelsea?
Yeah. He's not. He's not. For fuck's sake, the lately Chelsea.
Why would you kiss him?
What are we doing here?
Whoa.
Who are we talking about?
I don't know.
Zakarian.
I don't know, but Poco-Doku does something over there.
By the way, Zakaria is going to cost us 24.7 million.
I think it's a good investment, even for loan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just wish they could figure it out. It's something I'd like them to get resolved sooner than later. But I think that's the main reason you haven't heard anything on them is because there's just really nothing to report. The fees and the player, all that kind of stuff is done and dusted. It's just a matter of getting him over. So.
But he's a midfielder, and we would have a plenty.
Yeah, we get rid of some of them.
He can play on the wing. He can play in the midfield. He's play as a 10.
Jorginho.
Yeah, he's like a better version of Bruno Fernandez, that piece of trash. That guy.
Sorry, why did I hear Bruno Fernandez's name?
No, we were just talking about Zakarian.
No, Arsene. I thought you guys were talking about Arsene. Sorry.
Yeah, Arsene, that's his last name, right? Zakarian?
Yeah.
Arsen's
It's not Wenger.
Zakarian.
I thought it was like
For me,
Zakaria.
he reminds me of.
Zakarian.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't. My Russian dialect is not where it needs
He
to
doesn't
be.
speak Russian. By
He
the way,
reminds.
we look to easiest pronounce the foreigners' names, especially for Americans. I'll tell you exactly how it is. Americans use that little dot over, like you put accent at the end of the names. Like for example, I don't know, the last names they put accents at the end of the names.
Like
what
saying Zakaria instead of Zakaria or something.
Opposite, like Zakarian. At the end of the word, you need to put emphasis on every name.
Different alphabet.
Yeah, honestly, because I don't know. Because I don't have the tongue to pronounce like Russian words, I just say it how it looks to me as a word. I'll pronounce every syllable.
That's
just
the
to make.
we need.
I'm not asking for your last name, but when you're saying your last name, watch where emphasis is, in the beginning of the word or at the end. And I'm telling you, the rest of the world use at the end of the word more than at the front.
Yeah.
I was going to say, as I said, it just comes down to dialect. It might just be a case of like we can't say it like being English because it's the same with other players. Like Szoboszlai, that isn't actually how you say his name. It's just we don't have a way of saying it in English that's like close. That's the closest way we have to saying it.
Yeah, like the Georgian kid at Napoli. Like you'll never get me to say his last name right.
I love when they pronounce Ilkay's last name. This is wonderful.
Which one?
Gundogan?
They call him Gundogan.
It is Gundogan.
Gundogan.
No, it's not. It's Gundogan.
Gundogan. They don't.
Yeah, I know, but they don't pronounce it that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Gundogan. Oh,
yeah.
Well, what about Ruben Neves?
What about him?
Would you kiss him?
Washed.
That was a bit random.
Compete with that one.
That was a bit random, but
fuck, man.
Oh, it wasn't.
No, seriously, that kid, that defender from Monaco. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Like a face control needs to be involved at Chelsea.
I could be thinking that. Yeah.
Just name there's a criminal. There's a criminal. No neck.
Oh, take care, Josh.
Google the guys. Google the guy. No neck criminal. And you will see what I'm talking about. You will know exactly who that Monaco defender look like, man. The guy has like a square thing, no neck.
That is horrific, bro.
That's Alex. Terrible.
Or what's his name? What about the defender that people are telling us? Sule. What kind of club will accept that kind of face in the team photo picture?
Monaco?
No,
Alex, every word about this.
If Alex was the scout, we'll have role models, bro, in a football club. We'll have.
No.
You are boy band FC, bro.
Boy band. Yeah.
So, Alex, who do you think is the best looking at Chelsea right now?
Oh, we're not fucking doing this. Like, can we actually talk about football?
No.
We're going to talk about supermodels and male supermodels.
I mean, somebody has to answer the question. I'll say Kepa for everyone.
I can tell you who's the best looking at Chelsea right now.
Loftus-Cheek.
The woman. Oh, fucking idiot!
Pause.
No, it's your type. My type is the goalkeeper
Super
for
Graham
Manchester.
Potter, mate.
my personal opinion, it's the women's goalkeeper.
Okay.
Women team goalkeeper.
Thank God it's a woman.
Burger.
Wait, her name is Berger.
Yeah, she's not.
No, that's the first.
I don't know.
Talking about the younger one.
She's not a first team. Yeah.
You're talking about the younger one.
Actually, yeah. I don't know if I'll trust Doku's.
Yeah, don't.
She was on. I think she was on loan. Is that
I forgot her name. Musavic, maybe somebody said.
Musavic. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think she's Swedish.
I said Ria Bosch. She's 16, bro. Don't bring that here.
Wait, whoa.
That's him.
Whoa. Someone's trying to catch a case out here, man.
Bro, fuck me, hell, man. Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
Alex, is that one?
Yeah.
Jesters dipped.
Alex the nonce, man.
Jesus Christ.
No, Alex didn't bring that one.
On a serious note, though.
Man said on a serious note. You what?
Yeah. After that, now you serious note. On the serious note, kick him out.
What do you
serious
mean?
note.
This
pedo will get you in trouble, Lewis.
On a serious note, what?
Yeah, I was going to ask football. So I was going to say, so our upcoming game against Middlesbrough, United, or
You mean
Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
Middlesbrough.
I got confused. So yeah,
fucking hell, bro.
So,
Yeah, Forest.
would you guys?
Kovacic is back. Ziyech is back. I think other than that, the same names are all out. Should be beating them. I don't expect there to be a lot of change in the lineup except for Reece James. And yeah, go get the 3 points.
I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5-1.
Sorry, Scott.
I think Kovacic will start.
Yeah, I think Kovacic will start too.
Who
is Lewis' future wife? She's posting some pictures lately.
Yeah, nice pictures. Nice pictures.
I was gonna ask you, are you still together? I don't know how to talk to you.
Hey, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Wait, speaking of, as soon as you bring women into it, Fata pops up. What are you saying?
Jesus Christ.
It's like he sniffs those things,
Typical, bro. This guy, man, can't be stopped.
No, it's like a Poco Doku 5 minutes later.
Hey, fuck Poco Doku, man.
I agree with you, Fatur. I just don't want you. But
yeah, in trying to get back to some semblance of normalcy in your question, Lewis, he started ahead of Zakaria. Zakaria probably won't start the next game.
Oh, hell no.
I do like how Zakaria played last
No,
game.
I would have kept the midfield the same.
Yeah.
No. I would have kept the same. I just don't think he would.
Yeah, I don't think he will as well, because like this is what I was saying after the Bournemouth game, is like Zakaria performed really well, but when everyone's fit, like he just doesn't have a place, because the partnerships work so much better with like the Kovacic and Jorginho partnership just works. Like
Zakaria bought stability to the midfield.
I agree, he was really good, but this is the thing, like,
but on the ball he was a bit shaky.
I just don't know where he fits.
I
like
think unless
we're playing a free and it's going to be him, Jorginho, and Kovacic, which is what I'd want to see, but it's not. Mount's going to be the third midfielder. Like, where does Zakaria fit? Because I think Kovacic comes back.
No,
like,
Mount
I think it's the best. Like, if you will, it's like, as much as I don't like the fraud, but Jorginho is best with Kova and a pivot. Enough said.
And also, if Zakaria was actually a defensive midfield, this might be a question, but he's not. Like he's basically another Kante, where he's like a roaming destroyer. He would have said this as well after the Bournemouth game.
The only problem
if we're going to get rid of Kante, like that is Zakaria could be the guy that's like he could be the replacement in terms of the like for like profile.
The only reason why I think, first of all, I like to give players a second game based on how they played before. So if it was me, I would start the same midfield for another specific reason. The other team is gonna bypass midfield. They're not playing in the midfield. They're gonna hoof the ball.
Yeah.
And Zakaria is actually tall, and he wins headers. He wins the physical battles with when. Plus, when he tracked back all the way from the offensive zone, he was passing to like Usain Bolt. And one point, how he got quick back. I was impressed. And he lost the ball and he got recovered all the way in his own box, recovered the ball. That's how quick he was. So just for that, I will give him another start. Plus, if Kovacic had a knock, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to throw him into the game. Let him not be Rice and give him 20 minutes at the end of the game. Was that make sense?
It also does depend, as I said, was that the reason Kovacic was out of the Forest game? Was it because of a knock?
No. He was on holiday.
Oh, okay, fair. Like that's the thing. If he's carrying a knock or if he's not fully fit, then don't play him.
He was not fit. He was carrying a knock from the training ground.
If he's fit, he will start.
The Bournemouth game, he wasn't even back. Him and Ziyech was still on holiday.
I genuinely think Zakaria offers more to his midfield than Kovacic.
No, that was my question to you, Alex. Does the Kovacic Jorginho partnership work better as a partnership, or does it
as
work
a partnership, not as
team? It
midfield?
works better, Zakaria and Jorginho. So why isn't it? Why don't we just go with that? I think. I'm sure that's what you guys. You just think Potter.
I just told you why, because as a partnership where if you want to look at the game before, you're gonna see the couple of times the frustration Jorginho was when he couldn't find what's his name beside him. He does not see that's the problem what I have in the beginning with Jorginho. It's because Jorginho relentlessly needs somebody to be beside him.
Yeah.
Zakar is what's his name? Zakarian uses more than 20 feet away, and he expects the pass, and he's strong enough to hold that ball. But Kova will actually come to Jorginho. That's why it looks so smooth when they play, because Jorginho and Kova play too close to each other. You see what I'm saying?
They also get dominated in the midfield because they lack presence.
I don't think it's like present. It's not about they get dominated. It's because they're so close to each other. Remember one thing. They're close to each other, but Jorginho doesn't go far away from the defensive line either to help them. So they ask for the pressure to come to them.
Exactly.
So that's why I have problem with Jorginho at 75 minutes. All of a sudden, no matter who changes the midfield, we do not look improved in the midfield. We look worse. First of all, when you play tired out of the back, it's not the same if you play at the back in the first 15 minutes. You're energetic, you're running, you're open for each other. It doesn't happen in 75 minutes. That's why a couple of times he put the ball to Koulibaly, but it was too late. And Koulibaly had to do stupid stuff. And I'm not only blaming him for that, I'm blaming Jorginho for that too, because he shouldn't do it. He should have passed it when he had a chance forward instead of go back. This is what Jorginho does, what annoys me. He gets the pass and he looks at the opponent like he's coming to him before he passes. Pay attention next time Jorginho plays, especially late at the end of a game. When he receives the pass from somebody, he sees that he's about to get pressed. He looks at him, and the last second, he passes to one of the players. This guy that presses him, he does not stop with Jorginho.
He carries on.
He carries on, and he presses the next player, who, by the way, does not have time to do what Jorginho does. He already has to make a quicker decision and quicker get rid of out of that press. This is how he plays. What annoys me the most. He holds on to the ball for too long before he passes it to his own players. He invites the pressure to him, but that same pressure is then gonna bypass it the minute he give it to somebody else.
But Alex, hold it. Let me say something. Actually, I know what you're talking about, and I do the same thing when I'm playing. But what I think Jorginho is expecting is he shows for the ball as soon as he gets rid of it, and because he knows that he's gonna draw the player to himself. As soon as he gets rid of it, that player is going to wherever that ball is going to, and now Jorginho is freed up. But I don't think the person Jorginho dishes the ball off to is on the same wavelength as him, and so now they panic. They don't know what to do with it. But if you see sometimes, especially last season on our Champions League run, Jorginho did the same thing, but everyone was in sync. How easy and composed all the defenders and midfielders were around Jorginho.
That's what I'm saying, especially in Championship League when nobody's pressing that high.
No.
And the tempo of the game is no. In England, you cannot do that for the whole game. You can do it when you're fresh. Like I said,
you can't see. City have shown you can. If Moira's right,
yeah,
if everyone is in sync, I get Moira's point. If everyone's in sync,
I get what Moira's point.
And yeah, then you can do it 100%. Then it's like it works.
But no. How? My point prove that if everybody in sync playing well, did my point prove that it's a good thing that he does, or my point prove it's a bad thing that he does, because we cannot play consistently the way he plays. So what point is being proven at this moment? That Jorginho does that and we still don't win nothing, don't get playing well, or he should stop doing that.
What is the alternative for him? Just to boot it up?
No. What's the alternative? Don't look side to the player and wait for him to come and then pass it in the last second. Pass it quicker. He's the tempo guy, right?
I don't even holds on to it. I think it's when the ball is coming. I thought that's what you were describing. That's what I remember. It's when the ball is coming to him. He doesn't have a possession of it. He's looking around, seeing what options.
No. I'm talking about when he's looking and when he has the ball beside his feet.
Yeah, and to add to Alex's point as well, have you noticed recently the physical challenges have changed in the league? In the past, Jorginho used to lose the ball, but the ref will blow the whistle.
Exactly.
But now they don't blow the whistle anymore, and he lose the ball, and then we get pressed on. When you're talking about getting pressed, it's not the one player that's pressing him, and there's another player pressing a centre back, and then he panics, he gives it to the centre back, and what the centre back to do is that he has to kick it out, and sometimes he loses the ball, and then he's out of position. He expects a free kick. Watch him put his hand up.
Yeah, exactly. And you expect you accept. I agree. If you're under pressure as a center back, you should put the ball. But they want to play the way the manager says. So the manager says play out the back, right?
Yeah.
That means that they're taking a risk. As the Koulibaly takes the risk, as the Thiago Silva takes the risk, and stuff like that. The risk is involved, and even Thiago Silva start to do mistakes that actual shouldn't be doing, like he do the pass across the field. Koulibaly a couple of times tried to do the pass between the lines.
Yeah.
Those are risky passes that you can do that you shouldn't be doing. Like I said, the last 15 minutes of the last game we played, please pay attention how much pressure we brought it on ourselves by trying to play out of the back. Because we already tired body. I understand if you're fresh, you can open for the partner better, you can hold on to the ball better. But at the end of the game, the press is same thing. Especially with the team that loses the goal, they need to be open.
Also, Harris, my friend, we aren't going to talk about Messi, and I don't even know anything about that. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that one still. It's all a bit mad.
What happened to Messi?
No one cares.
I don't
No one
know.
cares.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. I am not even opening that shit up.
By the way, I was gonna ask Scott how Scott, on a serious note, with that what's the name guy, that midfielder we're getting? We linked you highly.
Enzo.
What? Enzo. You rate him high.
I do. I based a lot of it.
How much do you believe in this rumor? Actually,
I don't know, because like I'm like kind of on the fence with it, because I understand the point of like he's been like, so many outlets have come out and said we're close, but at the same time I'm still that I always am, where it's like if it's not Ornstein, Fabrizio, or one of them, like I'm not really hearing it. So I'm like about 65. I'm probably about 65% like, on we're getting him.
More
I'm actually on the things that it's too loud noises, so I don't believe him because it's too loud.
I think we've seen this before though, where we've had it's loud noise and it's ended up happening. Like I think it will happen, but I'm not gonna do what we did with Kante and say, or Dembele and say it's absolutely happening. I'm gonna wait and like, you know,
what happened to that person, Grimes?
I actually think that more. What's his name? It's more like Dembele in the summer to Chelsea.
Why do you think so? Because I don't know if any other club that's really in for him that could just take him like that. Because
no,
really,
I'm rating how I see Dembele last transfer window. Links with Enzo the same way. It's loud. It's anything. That's how I compare him. They all like, oh, he's coming 100%. You know what I'm saying? With Dembele last summer, the same thing before they signed the contract.
Not really, because Fabrizio and them man weren't really reporting as big as they are compared to Enzo. It was just like the small noises. Even Ben Jacobs was like, he's not 100% sure it's going to happen. But for
I just remember every stream everybody was talking about Dembele, Chelsea coming for Dembele.
Especially that stream, that's fans.
No.
You know, that was I would say a lot of that as well was based off of one person. Like that was literally based off of one source.
That woman is disappeared now.
Like who a lot or a few people in this on this stream.
Jester. I
That's
remember,
like, and that's why I say,
Grimes.
yeah, like
Yeah,
a
by the
lot
way,
of
what
the stuff
happened to
with
her?
Dembele came from her. And if you actually look into her stuff, you should have not believed it from the start because she's so unreliable. It's mad.
The same thing
What
with
did happen to her?
De Jong. People saying De
Is she
Jong.
involved?
Rumors with De Jong, and we didn't get him. Rumors with De Jong. I knew he's not happening for one specific reason. He said he's not leaving from the beginning. So I don't understand why people got so upset when he said end up staying. But I just don't believe Enzo Fernandez is gonna happen because it's too loud, but not enough sources that actual credible. Maybe, but we'll see. Plus, it's 21-year-old prospect, man.
I still want him just because
he's a generational talent, bro.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
for me with like him and Gvardiol are two players where I'm like, I understand the worry, but I'm like, just pay the money.
Yeah, just
there are other players I'd understand,
No,
but
not
for those
Vardy,
two,
but
I'm just
not
like,
Vardy.
pay the money.
It's not about the money for me. It's more how much we're gonna put on the kid's shoulders again.
Yeah, I just think that's fans though. I think that's fans in general, and I think
that's what I'm saying.
No, but I think those fans shouldn't stop you from signing the best young players because, like,
look, Scott, it's same thing happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like Kai Havertz is the same thing what Enzo is.
A little bit, but the only reason why we got on Kai Havertz is because of like he didn't meet not even
his performances.
Like, his performances were terrible. It's not even like we
Over
expected
a long
too much of
period
him.
too.
No,
Like,
that's why I'm
we
excited.
didn't get him in day one. It was like after a year and a half.
What?
That's the thing.
Like I started turning on Havertz after a year and a half, into the end of the second season. Fernandez isn't going to get turned on if he has, let's say, if he starts a little bit slowly. He's going to be given time to adjust. I think with a lot of young players, that's just the standard. If you make a big move to a big club, there's going to be expectation on the shoulders, but they will also be given time to bed in.
Nobody cares for you. Is go do homework, school night.
But Alex,
it's holidays.
I think with Enzo, you have a different player. I think South Americans, they just have a different mentality. Kai is just, I don't know. Even watching him play in Leverkusen, you could see how there could be a bigger risk factor with a player like that because he was all just vibes. He was all just silky smooth. Enzo, he's got dogs. Yeah. I don't. If he doesn't,
that was the thing.
I still think he's going to be a very good player. He might not be million, but he's still be a good player for us because he's going to put in that grift.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that like most surprised me about his performances in the World Cup was I expected him to, to be, as Mono said, like I expected him to be kind of the silky guy in terms of I hate that word, like not that like I expected him to look good on the ball, to be composed, stuff like that. It was just off the ball stuff that surprised me. Is the fact he went into challenges, like he crunched some players. Like the fact that he was playing in the final, especially, he was playing next to Paredes and didn't look out of place in terms of with the aggression. Like says a lot considering you're playing next to Paredes.
Do you see him partner with Rice? Oh, I like that shirt, mate.
I would love
that
that
shirt.
Oh yeah, that's a nice shirt, bro.
That's a nice shirt, man. How much is it?
You're on mute, bro.
Yeah, it's a little Moroccan phobe, isn't it? What are they? They're like, I don't know, £20, 20 euros.
Did you get that tailored in Morocco?
I told her I just wanted a blue one, innit? Next day I came and picked it up. It's nice, man. It's nice.
Yo, I'll pay money for that.
I wouldn't mind getting one still.
Yeah, I'll bring some down when I come back in February. I'll bring some down.
You coming to the United States?
Nah, in 2026.
OG, what you
Shit,
saying
I
about
like that shirt, man. I like that
Fernandez?
I just had baklava, man.
Yeah, you have to come to the UK, man. I'm happy about Fernandez, man. I'll tell you what, I don't believe in money, man. I think it's all virtual. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time a team?
Bitcoin. You believe in Bitcoin?
Exactly, but Ethereum is better. But when was the last time a team, got relegated for financial leads?
Well,
look, the only thing I didn't see, to tell you the truth, I have my own, I'm saying you, I saw something in him. You know what I'm saying? In the player, when I get excited about the player, I didn't see that with Enzo when I watched him at the World Cup. I didn't. What I did see, that he's a team player. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't see that special, but the key for me was the reason why I'm okay. Like, he is more about how the team performs versus individual thing. So that's why it noticed for me, and that's why I only think it gets exciting. The reason why I can get excited about it.
Like the kid from Barcelona, what's his name, Pedri, or like you can clearly see him in a game. I know what you mean. Like, doesn't really, like Pedri, for example. You can see him. He's that good. Like 100 million for Pedri. Let's go.
Yeah, Pedri from Spain.
Yes.
Yeah, no bums from Spain.
Pedri's a bum.
Yeah, he's a bum.
I'm more interested in Kante, man. I'm like, if Kante gets his contract, not only would I be shocked, I'll be slightly happy because there's not many people here who want Kante. That's the truth.
I do. I will keep him.
I'll keep him.
I
mean,
especially over Jorginho.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, other than Kante and Aspi, what other older person? No one else is going to get a contract.
Emotions, but
yeah,
shit. Anyway, look, if people saying that Enzo never Enzo World Cup hype, let it be. It happens. That's how careers
it's not
are
the
made.
normal World Cup hype. The normal World Cup hype is he gets goals and assists. He didn't really get. He wasn't that guy.
Exactly. That World Cup was never. There's never the player that made that bomb. You know, like the new superstar was born. There was never like that.
As in this World Cup, we already knew about Musiala. I don't know who really stepped up for him.
Mbappe was there, Neymar's there, Messi's
there. Yeah,
all
about were there.
The last World Cup was the Russian kid.
And Amrabat. Again, they didn't score goals. Unai and Amrabat, they got.
And they didn't have like a. They didn't have a. I know what Alex is talking about. He's talking like a James Rodriguez. They didn't have that. But they had you're going to get a move to a bigger club, not a Real Madrid, but you'll probably get a move to like a Porto or a decent German club or something like that.
Right. No, but for Kante, I'm actually happy if he stays. I just want his wages to fit the appearances moving forward.
You care about the wages,
exactly.
Man.
Golovin was the last World Cup.
You don't care about paying 120 million for Enzo. What do you care about?
Because money's virtual, man.
Is it your money? Is it your money?
Kante won and plays 15 games a season. That's
it doesn't matter, man.
Doesn't
matter. It's not about the money you pay. It's about how much money will affect your criticism if he doesn't perform.
Exactly.
I expect.
I'm calm with Kante staying. I just think it should be on reduced terms, but.
Cheryshev as well, Taha. Yeah, Cheryshev.
Lewis, what's your next stream after this?
Maybe tomorrow morning.
Tell him false one so he wouldn't show up and nobody.
Well, tomorrow morning I might stream early, but I've got a train to catch around 3. So
where are you training?
Yeah, where you going,
I'm
bro?
going up to Manchester. I'm meeting Flawless.
Oi, go money.
Yeah, so if there's news, I'll stream. If not, then I ain't streaming until January 2nd.
All right, we'll talk soon. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, we definitely will. We'll be after the Forest game. Hopefully, it's after a W.
He's talking about he's trying to get to know each other better.
But we need a big win, man. We need a 4-5-0 win.
Not that.
Against Forest.
That's the only team I can see us beating 4-5-0 this season. We need it now.
Like I said, Alex, I'm a straight guy. Like,
I don't care. You do you, man. I ain't judging.
You do you like you used to do.
Yeah, Doku. We don't judge, man. We don't judge.
Doku over here, like,
but we are.
Keep it legal. Keep it legal.
We don't judge, but we are.
Oh my fucking gosh. Yeah. Apparently the contract left. Taha, yo. What we doing? We don't have to do that, bro. Everyone loves me. That's cool. That's all good. Shazam, Lukaku is not coming back to Chelsea, bro. That ain't happening. You don't have to worry about that.
By the way, when people saying that it does, remember Lukaku had a conversation with Todd Bowley, and Todd Bowley said no. Like Todd Bowley tried to convince him. People forget that. Todd Bowley tried to convince him. And that another owner, the Smith one, the second American guy, he got pissed at him the way he said the way he wanted to live for the Inter Milan. I don't think he's coming. So
yeah, you got the relationship. You burn all the bridges at Chelsea.
I'm burning every bridge.
Yeah, but if Inter says we're not going to take him back, then
he will.
Contracted to.
I don't care who will. Find someone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
RB Leipzig.
Offer it to AC Milan or something. I'm sure they'd have a laugh. Or I don't know. Send him back to Everton.
Well, he can go back to Belgium.
Buy out, agree with him, buy out the contract halfway. And he will be on free.
No. Let him go play in Belgium, man.
MLS, I heard MLS is looking for him.
Oh yeah, he loves pretending to be American. Send him to America.
Yeah. He can do the Jay-Z rap albums with him.
Oh wow, you can
speak about American. How comes do you think the Chelsea new stadium will be able to have American football games?
Probably.
Or basketball.
I don't think we're expanding the stadium to that amount.
Even if it was, it's good business.
No, it's not. We're not doing that because we do not rebuild the new stadium. You have to readjust the fields. And we're not using those lines like rugby fields and play football games the next day with the fake-ass lines on it.
Jeez. You don't like Tottenham Stadium?
No, I like Tottenham Stadium. I'm just saying Chelsea ain't doing that. I'm saying it will be a good beneficial, but Chelsea does not do that.
Are you talking about the capacity?
Not only capacity. Capacity is the one thing. The field themselves has to be changed.
The space on the field, right?
Yes, there's no way to move it. Tottenham had to rebuild it, so it will. The fields, it's not the same field the way.
They move it. Yeah.
I watched a documentary on it. Tottenham Stadium. It is futuristic.
It's a really good stadium. It's too bad they don't have a closet, but
yeah, they're going for a Champions League final soon. The host one. Yeah. I hope they get. Chelsea can make a push that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so wait. Someone's just popped in. Yes, Deals. What are you telling me, brother?
Yes, brother. Big up, you lot. Aye, Enzo coming to the bridge. Proper.
Let's
this is what I'm talking about.
Was there a here we go?
Energy.
No, he's coming to the bridge, innit? He's coming. It's done, innit? It's done.
Sources.
He's the source.
No, the deal's done, innit? The deal's done. Listen, this deal was done from yesterday. Yeah, the deal's done. Yeah, behind the scenes, it's done.
Put your face on the thing when you're saying that, so people know go after who to go. Listen, if it doesn't happen,
we got money. Money speaks. Yeah, when the money's on the table, we show the money, right? And when Benfica see the money,
who's your source? Who's your source?
We're not talking little money.
I know, but what about? I still need the source, though.
Who writes for the Guardian? Ed Aarons and Romano works for him as well.
They're now saying if he doesn't play tonight, that means it's confirmed. That's what they're trying to say.
Right, you got the source, yeah.
Because Benfica are playing tonight as well.
Are they sponsoring you, Lewis?
Doku produces the sauce.
No, I hope they do. That would be nice.
That'd be sick.
Lewis, do you think he fixes our midfield straight away?
Not straight away, but it's a very good step forward. But not straight away.
But wouldn't the Rice and Enzo pivot be like Premier League level winning?
Yeah,
no, you need a sitter. Rice can sit, but he's more of a box to box.
Yo, how many times we've been educating you, Lewis, on this channel about the midfield? We're not going to play with one single sitter. Remember that.
Oh yes,
for the last time I'm telling you this shit, man. Grow up, man. I know.
Yeah, but we usually have a certain profile of players.
Yeah. Actually, the way people saying about FFP are going to be on to us because we spend big money on Enzo. I don't believe that.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway.
The owners will No, Alex. The reason I like that option is because we have the option. I also kind of see more of a double pivot. But if we want someone to sit, we can have Rice do it. Enzo can also sit. But they're both they're both like dynamic. They're both versatile in that way, and I think that's why it's perfect.
Okay.
Why we want
Okay.
players
Okay.
like.
Yes, this is what exactly I was telling Lewis. But to prove what I was saying, we don't have a single sitter, right? Was that what Lewis said?
No, we don't. We don't have a single sitter. No,
Yeah,
not
that's
in this
what I
Chelsea side.
corrected
Not
him.
now. Not
That we're gonna have
straight
the
away.
two
No.
players that capable of sitting at specific times when he needed. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually it's good because I've tried to show tried to show you benefits of two players of playing two double pivots versus one. If there's the single sitter, he has to be physical bastard. That's number one. Number two, he has to be in every position. Like he has to help because the ball does not locate only on one side. If the ball is on the other side, right back is having it. Who's the one that's gonna help him? The same midfielder. He has to go all the way on the other side. With both midfielders available to sit, you don't have to make that run.
That's true.
So the better benefits is it's not only that they can sit, that they can actually be more good at going up top too. They have to be a little bit more creative than usuals. You see what I'm saying? So if you want those double pivot midfielders to be a defensive aware, you also have to have those midfielders to be offensive aware, right? Because what's the point if we're both defensive aware, but none of them are actually offensively aware? So then we're gonna have Jorginho on each side of the midfield, recycling the ball with the player beside them, and then the global warming will be twice as fast on our eyes. We
The
need
only
to
way that
be
Rice
defensively
comes to us, right?
aware and offensively aware.
The
from those two
only way
midfielders.
Rice comes to us, if he pushes for Chelsea move. He's got to push for the Chelsea move in the summer.
Nah,
That's the
right,
only
forget
reason
Rice,
how he
man.
comes to
West
Chelsea.
Ham are getting relegated. Once they get relegated, we buy it for cheap.
If they get relegated.
Kante cannot be one-man sitter.
Yeah, but listen, though, Kante in his prime could be. Not right now. But who can we even get in this world that will replace Kante? No one's on his level. Maybe Tchouaméni.
I think Lavia is.
Who?
Lavia.
Okay. Can we get him?
Yeah, I think we're going to get him in the summer.
Lewis,
I think we're going for him in the summer.
So you don't
And
think
for me,
it's right?
What
You
did you
don't think
say?
it's right?
I don't think
He's
it's
not like
right.
Kante. When you compare Rice and Kante,
No,
they're different.
no. I still think we can get Rice, but I think the long project for Chelsea is gonna be Lavia. Lavia is young. I think he's 18. I want to
And
say.
he's got a
I don't
similar
know his name.
build to Kante. But
You see what I'm saying? So I think Lavia is the one that actually. Plus, you don't have to.
I like Lavia.
You don't have. Nobody said Lavia is Kante's level. I said Lavia could be Kante's level. He's a young kid.
yeah, especially if he learns from Conte himself. If he comes to see Kante,
That's what I'm saying. You do not have only starters. You have to have somebody that comes as a sub. Do you? Or like it's it? Like we have that kid and Rice, and we don't have nobody on the bench. On the bench needs to have a good players too. So
You always
Lavia,
do this though, Alex, right? For Makelele, we've had Essien, Mikel, Kante, and let's carry
Mikel
on.
wasn't there when Makelele was there, but
Do you think
Essien
Gallagher
was
stays
there
in this window?
and Mikel was there.
Mikel.
Do you think Gallagher stays in this window? Because I have a funny feeling
Yes,
he's
he
going to go
does.
on alone.
Gallagher is not going nowhere.
How many loans can
Loftus-Cheek
Chelsea
probably
make?
will go before that.
How many loans can a team make in the one season? It's not unlimited no more, and they're changing it every year.
No, but if it's a youth system, a young players, they can.
Oh, okay, then all right, cool.
So I don't know, but I think it could be that Rice and that guy is gonna be playing in the field, but I still think Lavia is coming to Chelsea because I think there's really big.
I don't
big,
think we
big.
get a striker. That's if Fofana.
Striker hype.
We already.
We've got Aubameyang, man. Fuck it.
No, I don't think Aubameyang's going to be relied on. I don't think Potter rates Aubameyang to rely
Someone
on.
said it.
That's all we got there, bro. We got Aubameyang, and that's it, bro. Just done.
We have
What else?
I
By the way,
would bring in João
people
Felix.
people
gonna be
forget.
Havertz
I want to
up
see
top
João
now.
Felix come in.
King Kai, Cobra Kai.
I don't want to see a
Super Kai.
Felix.
He's done.
Why not?
He's not coming. It's that
Because
simple.
he's the same as Kai Havertz. 2 bumps.
He's
from
a bit
different countries.
shorter.
Yeah, he's a bit short.
And less physical.
Nah, I like ZX left foot. Like the way he just cuts inside. Bow.
Pow.
Well,
And it's
maybe
it.
Enzo
What else he
revives
does
Ziyech.
good? What
Let's
else he
see.
does good?
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony, but it's still a good trick.
Same
Remember when
as
he
you
left
are.
over Lloris twice in Tottenham games?
What do you think of that Badiashile guy coming in?
We don't
Too
need
ugly.
him. We don't need him.
Too
He's
ugly.
he's a
Oh,
project.
why? Because he's going to block Levi Colwell's progress.
No.
No, because we have a SAR and that same Monaco on the left side.
Oh, partly I think they're using that so Saar maxes out his appearances and then he ends up going to Monaco.
So
That's
we're
what
just
I've
gonna
heard.
have another SAR at Chelsea.
Maybe. Well,
Chelsea are weird like
The
that.
real SAR we actually got for free. So now we're getting 6'4" SAR with no neck for 20 mil.
Is he free as well? How much is it?
Yeah,
Just
Google
step back.
no neck criminal. Google no neck criminal. You'll
To be
see
honest,
what I'm
if only
talking
we
about.
had a 6'4" left foot to the back of our club.
Nah,
Yeah, but we
nah,
don't.
man. We tried to get that bread. They lick. If we got
He's
him, I'd
talking
have been
about
pissed.
Colwell, bro. He's
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
Colwell.
yeah.
No, I
Cancel his
think
loan,
Oleg
man.
Colwell
Cancel
is
his
good.
loan.
Look,
No,
if we don't
he
get,
is. It's just very shameless.
if we don't get Guardiola, I don't see no reason why Colwell cannot
Nah, trust me, guys.
push for the for the next season.
After the Arsenal
Let
game,
them fight
all of you
out.
guys, do you know what you guys are gonna tweet? You're gonna tweet the Shaq meme for Levi Cole. You're gonna tweet, I was unfamiliar with your game.
If he
I don't know.
performs
This
well,
kid talking to
yeah.
to himself, so we'll just move on and say, okay.
What if though Thiago just improves as the season goes along? He's like, he's too good. We can't.
We're already
doubt
talking
him.
about him extending for another year.
So we have no choice. He made a joke about Chalobah's contract. He was like, I want to be here as long as Chalobah. 2027. I was like, this bread's tripping, man.
I'm telling you, if we don't get Guardiola, might as well stick with Colwell. He does well for Brighton.
Someone
See
said
how
it.
it goes until the summer, and that's it.
Colwell and Silva, that'd
100
be jokes.
No, I'm like Guardiola for 100 mil. Seriously, man.
I know. After what Messi done to him, after what in the first game, there was a.
To be fair, not even Messi. There's a couple of
Someone
players
said
that
it.
there's a couple of players that done him.
Thank you. You watching Croatia, bro. Thank you.
But he's a young player. I see why he done
If
it.
you're young, you're meant to be excessively fast. You don't get faster. You get a bit slower as time progresses.
Yeah. But that's not how he got done. He got
keep
done
telling
by
people,
committing.
Gvardiol
Instead of
he's not 100
The
million
Messi
pounds.
one.
He's not 100 million pounds better than Cole.
Lewis, how
Yeah,
many
no,
players
yeah,
do you
I
reckon
feel
we'll
your
get
point.
rid of in this January window?
What? What was that?
how many players we getting in the
How many players do you
Wow.
reckon we'll get rid of in this January window?
Get rid of.
Neymar did him too. Yes, exactly.
Hopefully, too.
No, how many players
At
are we
least.
getting rid of?
I don't know. Like
I haven't seen any outings.
I think
If he
three
did
players are
know,
gonna go out.
I will fly
I think
him
three players are gonna go
to Vegas to go to casino with me. Like, what kind of questions are those, man?
We've heard that if a winger comes, Pulisic might leave. Jorginho and Ruben, they're gonna listen to offers for. That's about it. In the summer, we heard that Chelsea will be looking to move on anyone whose contracts expires around 2024. That doesn't look like they're gonna
To be
stay.
honest, I've
so
heard.
keep an eye out for that. But
I've
that's all
actually
that
heard
we've heard.
something. I've heard that Chelsea are.
What did you
are
ask then?
Okay, I heard that Chelsea are close to signing a winger.
Yeah,
That's just opening question.
What
I
winger are
heard
you
Chelsea
talking
looking
about?
for a winger. Have you heard of any
The thing
names?
that you're moving around how a youth team, maybe it's for the youth team.
Nah, it is.
Imagine we
It
hijacked
is.
that Arsenal deal, that Mudryk guy.
Nah, let him go to.
Nah, let them have him. Let them have him.
They're going to spend like 80, 100 mil on him, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Well, I haven't seen enough of the players.
I think
to judge them.
Shakhtar are hoping people come in for him.
For who?
Probably.
For
Modric.
Modric. Yeah, they're hoping
My
like
God. Oh,
80 mil.
let him have him, man. Nobody
You know what?
heard of him
This is
before
You think
Zinchenko's
he's
wife
worth that?
talked to him.
Let's
No,
but
be
everyone's
honest.
gonna remember this because
We do need wingers though.
if he fails, they're gonna say Arteta's got no player profile. But if he does well, they'll be like, "Oh, Arteta, he's changed. He's changed the angle. He knows what he's doing."
he's a decent player. He's a young player. He can be coachable. That's not the conversation. The conversation is how much we rate him for, and how much Arsenal saying how much he is, which none of them actually did until Zinchenko's wife had the interview with him. We had the rumors that he was talking to him, but if nobody paid attention, he said name Arsenal out loud when Zinchenko's wife interviewed him, and that's how the whole thing started. The link started before, but since then it progressed.
Well, according to the Football Terrace, Terry, it's more or less done.
Oh man, it's done. It's done. It is what it is.
Terry, everything is done, man.
I know Terry loves saying that. Enzo's done. Everything's done to him. Done deal.
Yeah. Oh, Gakpo was
Gakpo, that was he ate pie for that. He ate humble pie for that.
Yeah.
Well, again, Liverpool need midfielders. They keep buying forwards.
Not gonna lie, Arsenal looking scary. Like if they get
don't use a scary word, man.
No,
use the F word.
They play well. They play well.
They got lucky the other day. They play
well.
Listen, Doku, I don't know how young you are. In 2008, Arsenal were way better than this. I thought they were going to win the league in 2008. All the way to April, and then we ruined them. We beat them 2-1 at home. I remember Drogba came back. Drogba and Anel. No, I think it was two Drogba. Yeah. Arsenal were way better than this Arsenal we're talking about now.
Arsenal look good. They will make top 4. I still don't think they win the league.
No, they're not winning the league. No way.
It's not about the league. It's about look, people. It's too early. It's not December last year. World Cup moved the December into the February. So the February is gonna be the mid-season. So at this mid-season, we're gonna start to look, and that's it.
I kept saying I'll wait till the end of February. If they're top or if they're within 5-6 points of Man City, then cool. I'll say they're in a title race. Until then, I ain't interested.
There's the last season.
But Arsenal will lose to Brighton.
There's the last season or season before that. There was an 8 points gap between the what's the name? Between the second and third.
Liverpool, Man City.
I knew that gap was 0, and within the month and a half. It was in April or end of March, April. So how can you tell me that a 5-point gap can be restored?
Liverpool could have won the title on the last day. They could have easily won it.
Yeah, because
all I'm saying,
last season and it still wasn't enough for them to win the league.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Bet365 have Man City as favourite. Bet365 haven't been wrong in January since Leicester won it. So Man City are going to most likely win it, man. They're the bookies' favourite. We all believe it. We all know it. It is what it is for Arsenal.
Yeah, but the same thing is look. For me, it's only one way: either you win the league or you fight for the top 4. There's no difference between the third and fourth.
Exactly.
There's no difference between second and fourth.
In my opinion, if Arsenal can keep this young team, I think they'll win the Premier the next 4 years.
Nah.
No. That's a fair statement to make. If they keep going at the trajectory,
if they don't win it this season, they will definitely fall down. They need to win it this season to become a big team again.
Where's your proof of that?
No, it all depends on how the goes. If they get better,
hold on a second. Why are you putting it on the sell thing? Because the other teams will increase the summer spending.
Exactly. It's like when Man United finished second. Remember when Man United finished second? When we all finished second, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, they have a worse season the next season. 9 out of 10.
The only reason why we dropped the way we dropped is because we got sold. We got banned, we got sold.
But how about everyone else, Alex? Like, how about when Man United finished second? How about when Tottenham finished second? How about when Arsenal finished second twice and then finished out of the top 4?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
By the way, I think we're going to get to the Champions League final. I think we're getting to the Champions League final.
I
think we're going to get there. Still.
That's how we're going to get to the Champions League this season.
If you look at the schedule, of the
if
Champions
Tuchel
League,
was, I would say that, but no.
If you look at the schedules of the Champions League, we have a good chance to get to the final, 100%.
That would be
We
funny
don't even
if we
know
won the
who
Champions
we
League.
I wish I got.
We don't even know who was the quarterfinal.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
I
Yeah,
was
we
We
do.
don't.
Yeah, we do. They've said that ain't the announcement already. Who we
No,
play in the
that's
quarterfinal.
in the
No, it's not
quarters.
like the World Cup. It's not fixed. There's no
Yeah,
fix.
bro, we don't know who we're facing yet. The world champion.
They have to
Let's
We've got
let's
Dortmund for now.
We're not winning
come
the
on,
Champions League with this.
come on, guys. Let's have faith. I think we beat any team in Europe.
We can.
Yeah, but
We
it's
can
2
get
games,
top
bro.
five.
It's 2 games.
100%.
Fucking anyone can get one result against anyone in one game. I mean, if you want to have a sense of realism, as soon as we face any decent team, we're going out.
I disagree.
Well, Dortmund are decent, Lewis.
Yeah,
No, I
Dortmund
think
might
we'll
give us
beat
a game,
Dortmund.
but we
We'll
should
beat
beat
Dortmund.
Dortmund. We should go through against
I
Dortmund.
hope, bro. I hope.
It might not be plain sailing or anything like that, but we probably do go through.
For me,
against
other than Man City, I think we can give any team in the Champions League a good game.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It depends when you face Man City. If you face Man City at the end, yes.
Their defense is dead. You can get at their defense.
No, if you face Man City in one game, yes. Not in 2
Yeah,
games.
in one game in the finals.
Yeah, the final, yeah.
But Real Madrid as well, man. Real Madrid are too good.
No, I think PSG needs to be looked up this season more than anybody
Nah,
else.
nah. Alex, I was doing a
you
watch
see
along
Messi
yesterday
on the
with
hype.
Steve.
You
They
see
struggled
Messi on
against
the hype after the
Strasbourg.
World
Messi
Cup.
on the
You see
high and a
Mbappe
pissed
pissed
off
off.
Mbappe, bruv. Yeah, you see
Well,
it.
they struggled against Strasbourg. Mbappe scored a penalty last minute to win it. Last minute.
Yeah. Those teams are fine. Look, there's always the problem with the big team
teams,
playing
big
and
occasions,
small
they
teams.
make up for.
But
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it goes to the
Yeah.
playoffs, there's a better player teams that play against you. They're more open. They're not as low defensively. They play better against you.
Yeah, you're right. It's their finals. And also, Messi wasn't there. Messi's still partying.
I think if Messi wins the Ballon d'Or, the Championship League and League One, another Ballon d'Or.
I think
Lewis,
he won it
Fofana
with the Ballon d'Or anyway.
That too.
Lewis, when's Fofana gonna be back?
When's
What?
what? Fofana?
Fofana.
I think it's meant to be about a month.
Damn.
I think he's out for a month.
So him and Reece James are gonna be back at the same time then.
And Kante. So Kante's back at end of
No,
Jan.
Kante is going to be at the end of the March.
Damn.
Plus, what's his name? He's not going to be back in the month. James is not going to be back in the month.
No, they need to bring him in slowly as well.
No, he's not going to be back. He's not
This
going
is
to be
why
fit.
we
I
need a
promise
right
you.
No, I
back.
mean when he's fit. When he's fit.
Same as Fofana.
Fofana's
Slowly.
ridiculously young, though, man. But they
Which
both
right
are.
back are you lot looking at?
We've already got him for Monaco.
Which right?
I'm not talking about that Fofana.
Which right back do you lot want at
I'm
Chelsea?
talking
the
about
right
the
back.
Fofana defender.
I've
He's
heard
out for a
Malo.
month,
want
so he's going to
Frimpong.
be out for more
I
than a
want
month.
Frimpong at Chelsea.
No, Frimpong. That name's cursed, man.
No, he
Yeah,
paid
who
for
wants
that
the
name,
guy
son.
with name Ping Pong in the
paid
team?
for-
Come on.
He paid for
Ping-pong.
what's it called? Whatever Luther Curtis.
It's like a face control. It's like last name control. Nobody with stupid names. Last names.
The last time we bought that from
Name-
live,
name
No
control?
ugly people, no funny
I
last name.
agree.
But
man.
we go not straight
What
with
the fuck?
What about
and
what's
then
his name? Kepa Aspizabalaga. Fucking hell, my tongue is broken just saying it.
Bro, talking about surnames, yeah. How do
You
you say
just
his
want
brother's
easy
surname?
names, bro.
Yeah,
How do you say his brother's surname?
Smiths.
Benoit. Benoit Badiashile.
That's what I said. The guy with no neck.
The criminal, though, like I saw that picture. It's two jokes, man. Benoit Badiashile, yeah.
Did you
Badiashile,
Google
whatever.
criminal with no neck? You'll see.
That was two jokes. They look the same. No, but he's meant to be coming Chelsea, man. I'll take him, man. We usually get it wrong with Monaco,
You
but I
take
feel
him.
like
You know how I don't know nothing about the player. I went on YouTube and tried to find the camps about him.
yeah.
That YouTube is actually made him worse than what I thought about
No.
him before I did not know him. The guy
All I know
scores
is
his
that
own
we
goals
bought
like
Bakayoko instead of Fabinho, and I'm like, now we deserve a good one for Monaco because Monaco always giving people good players apart from us.
look. He actually the highlights of that no neck guy is the scoring their own goals.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, let me check it, man.
Yeah, YouTube. Before you said I'm happy with it.
Apparently,
Especially when you have Sar. Sar is in that same team.
Apparently, he's a Kurt Zuma.
No, but he's a right back though. Kurt was never going to
He
play
scored
right.
Zuma not rich enough to have a cat. Yeah.
Fucking hell, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I already said Badiashile, I don't mind. I think any of the issues that he has can be coached out of his game with time and experience, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, that's what we're saying to every player, right?
And it's true,
No.
Josh, him.
No, Badiashile, because the mistakes I've seen, like I've always said with defenders, they need like more experience and stuff. Sometimes it takes some time to bed in a little bit more. So, yeah, he's young. It is what it is. Give him a year or two, judge him then. Same way as you usually do.
Did we give Sar 2 years?
Sar is not a football
I
player.
mean, Sar's on loan. I haven't seen him this season to even judge him.
I always defended Sar. I thought Sar is a good player, and I still stand by it.
I thought we made money on him.
Yeah, because we got him for free.
Yeah, that's it. Then it was good. It was a good bit of business.
We convinced him. We convinced him to come. He was one of the big prospects in Europe.
Lewis,
As a
do you
defender.
think Ziyech should start on Sunday?
Nah.
He might come off the bench.
I wouldn't change the front three.
He might come off the
I'll
bench.
take out Pulisic for Ziyech.
No, off the bench. Off the bench.
I'm going to give him another game. Havertz played
Pulisic
well.
should
give him
start.
Another game.
Pulisic should start.
Yep.
Yeah, and Sterling played
I'd
well.
tell
give
you
him
the
another
truth. I
game.
wouldn't change a bit about that team.
Bro,
No,
Sterling and his new
players.
hairstyle, bro. He's got a
I'd
new
keep the
hairdo. I
same
like
team,
it.
obviously with Aspie in for Reece James, but I keep the same team.
Not Kovacic.
No one deserves to be
Not
benched
Kovacic.
after that.
His name is Kovacic, not Kovacic. His
The
first
only
name
time
is
Alex
Kova.
can say it properly.
Not you doing pronunciation for names.
It.
But yeah, I wouldn't change the midfield either. Just
I
keep him
would.
going
I
for
would
another
take out
game. And
Zakaria.
I think Zakaria is the reason Mount had a really good game, because Zakaria was looking for him quicker. Zakaria does not carry the ball through the midfield like Kova. He passes the ball and gives Mount more time on the ball by how you say it, by default. He gives him more time on the ball. He can pick the passes. He can shoot. He shot one time, scored the goal. Another time, motherfucker should have passed it, but instead of shooting.
Funny thing about Zakaria, no one's rating him, but nobody's saying he's playing bad. No one's saying he's of all the streams I'm watching
because nobody knew who
undercover.
he was.
He said he can play better than that the other day. He said he can play better than that.
yeah, I hope so, because he was a bit sloppy in the
OG,
second.
do you have a PayPal?
He's just sharp.
Yeah, of course.
What if I'll send you money to buy me? Can you send me that shirt?
You want one of
That
these,
kind
yeah?
of shirt? Love it, man. Love
Yeah,
it.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, we'll talk privately about it then.
Yeah,
Come,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'll hook you up, man.
Love that shirt, man.
$30 to send it or something like that.
I'll put what's the name? Kante number 7 on the back. I just got the stencils for Chelsea logo thing. It's in the mail. So I'm going to spray paint the people's neighbors' doors. The spray paint in the car. Let them fuck. There's a guy across the street moved for me. He's Manchester United fan. I'll show you. He put I have a flags everywhere around my house. Property like a park Chelsea fans parking spot line. And the guy comes in and he puts the Manchester United flag in the window, like he wants to show something. I'll show you something. I'll spray you. I'll spray your car with Chelsea logo.
Bro, there must be a lot of United supporters there, man.
Balls, everything, bro.
How long have we been tracking Enzo though? That's what I want to know.
Since the World Cup finals, long time, very long time.
No. Was we tracking
Are you
him
talking
before
about in the bushes with binoculars, or
was we tracking him before the World Cup? Because
yes, he was actually Chelsea looking at him last season. It's true.
It seems like, we stopped the guard without interest, and then we started interested in Enzo and the Badiashile.
We still have
hold on
interest, though.
Look, that kid in the chat's trying so hard to get attention, man.
Oh yeah,
So
I've just been ignoring him, bro.
No. He's like, imagine the whole history. Watch history. When the Bank of England owned Arsenal, Is that the history? When the rest of the world fighting wars,
history,
World War One, World War II, that's when that's when Arsenal winning the titles. You got your attention. You wanted attention, I got
history,
you.
Bruv.
You're sponsored by the country. You're winning the titles in.
This is history too, bruv.
Hold that.
Oh yeah,
Arsenal can't hold that. You can hold that, bruv.
We did scout it Enzo last summer.
Also, man said, imagine Lampard as your GOAT. Imagine this guy as your GOAT. Hold that.
Gee.
No, seriously, I love Arsenal when they bring in me the history of their titles. Like, they literally got sponsored by the Bank of England. Bank of London was the sponsor.
Damn.
Ask them about their Champions League history.
Would you guys take any Arsenal players at Chelsea?
Yes.
Saka. Just
Saka immediately, bruv.
I wouldn't take Saka at Chelsea. No way.
I'll take Saka at Chelsea. Come on.
Wait. No. Deals.
Why? Jesus, man. Jesus is who we really want from
Why
there.
wouldn't I take him at
I wanted
Chelsea?
Jesus,
why
on the
you take
wing.
him at
I didn't want
Chelsea?
him as a striker, but
I mean, I like Sandy Bob, but we don't need him.
Wait. Go on. Why would you take him at Chelsea?
Everyone thinks he's this world-class talent. He's not, bro. He's still learning his trade.
He is.
He is not world-class. No way. Hell no.
No, world-class talent.
No. Hold on a second. Stop with kid, 19 years old, world-class. World-class.
He's
You're
21.
supposed to say world-class
He's
when the
21.
guy is retiring.
He's 21.
That's when you know how he did.
He's still learning his trade, bro. I don't want this kid at Chelsea. No way.
Well, he
Bukayo
walks
Saka
into his
is
team.
better than every single one of our forwards.
No, he's not better than Kai Havertz. No way. Don't do this, bro.
Oh my! Jesus Christ!
You are sick. No way did you.
But Saka wishes.
I'm not sick.
What does Havertz have over Saka? This is terrible, brother. And I'm a Chelsea.
He's better at shooting than Saka. 100%.
Havertz.
You don't know right. True. Listen, Lewis. Yeah. If we had a proper midfield that can control the midfield, Kai Havertz would not be playing badly at the start of the season.
You're talking about finishing, bro.
No.
Hey, deals.
Kids, you see how drugs can. Just say no to drugs, kids. Just say no to drugs.
Hey, deals. Saka or Pulisic?
Oh, that's a hard one, you know. That's a hard one. Still.
How is that hard?
I don't rate
How is
Pulisic.
that hard?
Oh, wait, is there anyone else that's
Pulisic
in our team that's better than Saka?
Yes, listen, Saka wishes he could be with Sterling.
Better than Saka. There's no player who have better than Saka from 3.
Well, what about the rest of them?
Okay, what about Odegaard? Would you guys take Odegaard in midfield?
Yes.
Right now,
he's decent, but I think he's not consistent.
No,
he's missing time a lot in a big game, especially.
Wait, Mount's better than Odegaard?
I wouldn't say that, bro.
I agree.
Mount's better than him, bro.
Facts. He's not lying. Of course. I agree with that.
It depends what you want of Mount. Mount is not like, when did the last time Mount played in the position in the midfield? Last game. That's all the time. Otherwise, he played on the other side.
Next topic: Partey or Jorginho?
Oh, fuck Partey. I wouldn't have him in my squad.
No way.
Footballing reasons only.
Nah, fuck the footballing reasons.
They try to say that Partey is better than SCN. Them Arsenal guys try to say that Partey is better than SCN. No way. Disrespect.
What? Who's what? ACN who?
They try to say that Partey is better than SCN. No way.
Of course not. Let's not go too far. Alex, you worse than Salah stands. You actually follow Chesky because of a chairman. You Roman Blood.
I said Salah stands.
Salah, yeah. About Salah, they said he's the best African player to touch the Premier League. I said, no, it's Drogba. Like, what Drogba done in the first end?
No. Oh, Premier League.
Yes, the PL. What Drogba done all over the Premier League.
Samuel Eto'o.
Would you take Hakimi at Chelsea?
Eto'o was a really good player. Big up Eto'o, though. I love him.
Big up Gem.
Yeah,
Eto'o's
prime was
Yeah, Eto'o
prime, but he was not PL player.
That don't count, man. Yeah, exactly. Drogba's the PL guy, man.
Yeah, probably Drogba.
Big piece
Nah,
of the puzzle.
no, have to go with Salah, man.
Oh, Alex, man, that's my brother Salah, but at the same time,
I know, no.
For me,
no,
Michael
to
Essien.
get to no, look, to get first of all, no, there's no competition. No, Salah is better.
No,
Come on,
Yaya Toure.
No, Yaya Toure was the
won
key.
2 seasons that he was over.
Salah's a system player, bro. Salah's a system
I don't
player.
care the system or not. He's using that system well, did he?
It's true, but Drogba it's for me. It's close.
Look, no.
Salah,
It's a really hard. You have
Enzo's
to
on
look
the
at
bench.
What do you mean?
Enzo's been benched.
Yeah, it's not a big sign. He just came from the holiday of the World Cup, man.
Yeah, I see an article saying why Martinez isn't
Benfica
playing
don't
back
start
again.
till later, blood.
Could be a little
What are you
something.
talking about?
Yaya Toure
About
was
his
great, but
best-
still Yaya Toure was more a Barcelona player than a Premier League player. And he was not consistent when he was in the Premier League. Matic, like literally backpotted him for the whole season.
Yeah, he had that one season, but
I'm sorry, man. It's a hard Drogba it is.
You chose Salah, man.
Salah, he won the way he won, how much he scored. Nah.
Lewis, you didn't say nothing, man. Who did you pick, Salah or Drogba?
Oh,
Remember,
Drogba.
He used to defend Drogba. He's a set piece king for us. He used to help us.
Mane.
They keep.
Didier Drogba, that guy, bro.
Ooh, I forgot about Mane.
Mane ruined it, though. He ruined it by leaving this season, basically. Salah's going to get more
He
goals.
didn't ruin Dembaba. Come on. The reason why Mane is not because he's not. I don't know, man. No, I think Mane is more closer to Drogba than Salah to Drogba.
I'll take Kudachini over Mendy and Kepa. Kudachini.
Well, back to
You lot remember
2001.
Kudachini?
I mean, like, are we just flipping with any? Is that like a stream of deals asking the questions?
For me,
I don't mind the questions.
For me,
No. The Victor.
I thought the Saka and Havertz thing was a little bit wild, but
for me, though, the best ever African football player ever is a Bede Pele.
Bruh, you know that, bro. But you know, he loves Brazil.
If you know, you know. A Bede Pele.
I've heard of the name, but only from my old Classic 11 games back on the
Exactly.
I don't know who the guy is.
That's about it, really.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Pele. Rest in peace,
Educate the
Pele.
masses, bro.
On Abdi Pele.
Yeah.
You know, like
You
you
ain't
should
got
know.
a fucking
You should
clue
know.
either,
No,
do you?
You should know, man. You should know.
Oh, you don't
He
know.
only knows him on
anything
FIFA.
about
He actually knows him on FIFA.
You're trying to talk like you fucking watched bare comps of him and shit.
Nah, Abdi Pele was a good player, very technical, good pass, good shoot. He's a goat, man.
Anyway,
You're obviously from Ghana.
Wait, do you know who Abdi Pele's sons are?
and here's the true colors came out.
No. It's actually facts. Do you know
They
that
played for Marseille or something. I don't know.
George and Ayew from Crystal Palace?
Oh yeah,
Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Abdi Pele's son.
It's the first I've heard of that. That's mad. It's crazy. Lukaku's dad, Roger Lukaku. That's okay. I never knew that. Played for Congo. I didn't even know he was second generation. We're gonna stay live for a few more minutes though, because I'm raiding Goonie's stream before I hop onto his. So just
someone in the
chill here for
comments.
a couple more minutes.
Someone in the comments said Mikel Essien.
Mikel Essien.
So
It's a good one.
Breezy, hold on a second. There's somebody tagged me into in a tweet over here saying that Breezy, I don't know, she's probably different on under YouTube. She laughing my ass off, grown man talking about players, talking about players being good looking enough to play for Chelsea on this stream. I mean, just look at this beauty. And there was a picture of Enzo conversation.
I don't even know how
hey,
we got to
it has to be standards. It has to be standard. Chelsea has to have standards. Face control and then last name control. We know Fuki Baki last names and no neck sole ugliness.
So Alex, would you have ever taken prime Ribery
Thank
at
goodness
Chelsea?
you used Kepa as an earlier example. Thankfully.
Alex,
Jeez.
would you ever have taken prime Ribery at Chelsea?
Instead of who?
Anyone.
Or in
Maluda.
the current Chelsea side, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll take a Ribery. Yeah.
in this current, what? Who wouldn't?
Like, because he has a scar.
Oh my fucking
Actually,
God.
is he a little kid? Ask any woman what scars do to the woman. Scars on the man, what they do to a woman.
What do they do?
You would have exactly. When you gonna let it go, and
Lewis.
the blood flow gonna
Lewis.
finally go into your head instead of the lower part, you will understand what I'm saying. But we move.
How long the contract do you reckon is going to be for Enzo? 6-year contract, 7-year
You see how
contract?
fast this guy moving?
I like it though. He brings topics. Yeah, I think he's getting that death row contract. We're trying to give that to everybody except Kante and Jorginho. But yeah, I expect him to.
Alex is a friend of stretch marks.
Alex says 7 years, 5-year deal. I'm reading.
Lewis,
whatever it is, it could be a long deal.
Lewis, bring up Joe's comment.
Joe, what the fuck is that?
That's Papadoko's real face. No wonder he battles me. No wonder he battles me. And
that's defo Fatter's burner, bro. That is definitely Fatter's burner. Let me check if there's any other news.
Alright. On a serious note, though, like I was actually thinking of something. So do you know, like when we play like with the system with attacking fullbacks, do you think it would be better if we played like instead of Cucurella played one of Ventura or like Lewis Hall, because you'd have two attacking fullbacks overlapping the wingers.
Yeah, but Lewis Hall's a centre mid, isn't he?
Lewis Hall won't get his chance this season.
He already has got his chance.
Trust the process.
Not again. I don't think he'll get his chance again.
Nah, his next.
He'll get some minutes. He'll get.
If we're playing a back four, no.
Man City FA Cup.
Bro, do you know how
Only
much
FA
fixtures
Cup
we still
game.
got coming up? We got bare fixtures coming up. He'll get game time. If we're in a good position, we're winning a game, maybe Lewis Hall gets a nice little 10, 15 run.
About that as well. I don't know why Graham Potter's not playing Chukwuemeka or Hutchison or Hall, man. Like, free these guys up, man. You bring these guys on the bench not to play them. Like, what's the point? Like, it's actually pissing me off.
If you think about it,
now, though,
one game though.
No, but still, like, what's the point of putting them on the bench? You're still gonna bring them on at least like 2 minutes.
I guess it's just the experience being around the first team. Like,
I think they might play against Forest because Forest aren't that great. Maybe if it's like 3-0, maybe they'll just give like a quick 10 minutes.
I don't think we're in that position where we can look at Forest like that, though. We just have to beat them.
Nah, I don't think any of our youngsters
team get the 3 points. We can't be taking risks.
I don't think any of our youngsters will play until the FA Cup game. I think that's when they're all going to start.
Well, the FA Cup game against City, basically. Like,
and we're going to lose anyway, whoever we play.
Brother, out the FA Cup and Carling Cup, a Carabao Cup straight away. This is like the first time in how long?
We're going to have to charge it. You know that you can't win them all in.
You know what? If Amari if Pulisic don't start good, against Nottingham Forest, I'm giving Amari Hutchison a chance.
Someone said it.
And someone sniffed it right behind it.
Fuck it hell.
That joke didn't ban, but
it wasn't a joke. Who said it was a joke?
You meant it as a joke.
No, I don't. I think I know what I meant.
Yeah,
I meant to offend you. And I did.
Goonie is
You
looking
guys-
for you, apparently.
Yeah. I was trying to raid his stream, but he hasn't given me the privilege to do that yet. So links in the chat. Everyone head over to Goonie's stream. We're gonna go live there. I've got a bounce. Big up everybody. Up the Chelsea.
Big up.
Might
Up
be
the
back
Chelsea.
tomorrow.
Up the
If
middle.
not, Happy New Year.
OG DM